And we're back with the PB&J&M Podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Connor.
I'm Matthew. So today we're going to be talking about our favorite movies and what we think makes a good movie, because some of us here have disagreeing opinions. So
Brad.
I'm going to start off by listing a few of my favorite movies: The Count of Monte Cristo, The Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club, The Big Short, stuff like that. I really like plot and character development more than action and humor and stuff like that. Those are some of my movies. We'll go around the table.
All
Patrick,
right.
give it to us.
Okay. I like 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange,
Ew.
The Void,
You a psychopath?
The Thing.
Weird.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust is a pretty good movie. I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but it's
We're
good.
top 10. This is top 3.
Well, I'm just
It's-
listing movies. Okay?
Yeah, just list movies you like.
Oh, God.
I really liked
Come to
it.
mind.
If we're going to talk about
Like
modern
original
movies,
or-
I like the 2017 It.
For recent movies, I really like Dunkirk and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Hey.
Oh, Silence.
Oh,
I
Hacksaw
really like
Ridge.
Michael Scorsese.
Hacksaw Ridge.
He made
Hacksaw
The Wolf of Wall
Ridge.
Street and not Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Silence.
Basically, I'm looking for. I like horror movies more than anything.
You like horrors?
I like stories that
Those are my favorite.
have moral ambiguity and ethical dilemmas, such as A Clockwork Orange and stuff. Like
Yeah.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Too.
American Psycho is really good.
Yeah, American Psycho. That's another
Yeah.
top.
I watched that with
list.
you.
All right, I'll give it to Brad, who likes
All right.
Transformers.
I like all the good old stereotypical movies like Lord of the Rings and The
The
Hobbit
good old
and
stereotypical movies that no
Pretty
one
much the
likes.
entire Marvel universe.
Pretty much just
Anything with
children's
action.
movies.
What do you have against
Shawshank
the
Redemption is pretty good.
DC movies, Brad?
The
They
DC
were
movies
all
are good
fantastic.
too. The DC movies are good. Some of them are trash.
Most of them.
Most of them are
Batman
okay.
versus
Besides the
Superman.
cartoon ones.
The
Definitely
newer
the
ones
best
are pretty
movie I've
bad.
ever watched.
The new ones are pretty bad. But
They suck.
my standard for movies, pretty much, if it'll distract me, make me forget that I'm watching a movie, it's a pretty solid movie. Which is pretty much all of
That's
them.
more of a standard.
What's
for
the
horror.
movies you don't like?
Do you even have
I want to
one?
say it was called The American. That one was really bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one was god awful.
I remember that movie. It was really slow and really bad.
Yeah, that was a
League
movie that
sucked.
wanted to be an
Just
action
I
movie.
thought
with no
Justice
action.
League was
Hold
kind
your
of
tongue.
okay.
bad.
Justice League sucked.
The second Transformers movie,
Batman versus
Was-
Superman was pretty bad.
whew, bad.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Not
either.
great.
The Transformers movie with the dinosaurs wasn't that good.
What? There was a Transformers with
Age of
dinosaurs?
Extinction.
Yeah, Age of
Extinction,
Extinction.
yeah.
The newest.
That one.
That was the newest.
Oh, wait,
one,
I
right?
forgot.
No, that was definitely not this.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I don't even
They made
remember.
another one.
Wait,
yeah,
there's-
I watched it.
That was the
I
one
like
with the
them.
sword, right?
How many?
Yeah, it's the one where they like attacked. I haven't seen it. I saw the trailers.
How many Transformers are there?
There's like
But
many.
the only
Too
problem with
many.
Transformers is they have like so many plots now, so no one like understands.
I
what's
stopped
happening.
watching after the first.
yeah. There's so
The
many
first one
plots
wasn't
where they
bad.
don't
No, it
actually
wasn't.
tell the
The first
story
one
in
and
the
the
movie.
second one was pretty
They
good.
just throw explosions and robots at you.
Hey,
Like,
Michael
yeah,
Bay.
woo!
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay is
Michael-
great. You
oh,
gotta
No,
check
Michael
that
Bay's a
out.
fucking moron.
Michael Bay.
He's
is
really
pretty
good
bad.
at making movies that
With like
are for
bombs and
idiots.
cars and guns and girls, and it's great.
for idiots.
It's
Like
pretty
Brad.
not bad.
Anything to keep you distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's
What
what
is
a
your
movie
favorite movie, Jordan?
is.
my favorite movies
Distraction.
was Wolf of Wall Street,
Michael Scorsese.
Great Gatsby, and I thought of one that we watched a long time ago.
Uh-oh.
VHS.
No,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
VHS.
It was
great.
so
That's a weird
good.
movie.
Okay,
One
to
of
be
the
fair-
best found footage horror films.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
it
that's
was-
true.
Well, besides like what is it called? I don't even remember.
I don't remember. All I
Witch
know is
Project.
we watched the
No,
first
the Blair
one.
Witch Project.
I didn't
Blair
like the
Witch
Blair
Project is
Blair
really
Witch Project was great, and I know I can talk about this because I'm the horror guy. Blair Witch Project was good in the context of when it came out because it was the first big hit found footage film, and it had a lot of promotional shit like online stuff. It had a lot of hype build up
Yeah, that was
to where
spooky.
people could go into it, see it in the theaters, and reasonably assume that it was real. If you were into it and following it, you could actually believe it. So that's why the Blair Witch Project was great. But
Right.
in the context of where found footage is today, you get shit like Unfriended, that's
Hey, man.
absolute bottom of
Right.
the barrel garbage, and then you get shit like VHS, which is
Yeah,
pretty
but
much
if you
as-
haven't
as
seen it,
good.
it's like one of the
Unfriended?
best B-rated horror movies.
Yeah,
there is.
it was.
Yeah, it's
it was.
good.
It was a
VHS.
good laugh too.
Yeah.
VHS
Good
had a lot
stuff.
going
Not the
for it.
new one.
Besides
the,
like second or the
the
VHS
third one.
2 and VHS
No,
3.
wow.
VHS.
VHS 2 was great too.
It had
the third
one.
one.
It had
No,
one bad
third-
bit.
the third one had, like-
what was it called?
It had like
It was
Spanish
VHS
and
3,
stuff
and like
Yeah,
half the
it did.
movie
Half
was
the
in
movie was
Spanish, and
Spanish,
I.
yeah, with no
It was
subtitles.
janky.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
the one where in the end the demon like came into
Yeah.
her
It was-
house.
the
and-
third-
Yeah,
it was,
like
uh,
it became a vagina or
Yeah, it
something.
was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Ooh.
VHS Viral. That was the one with the.
Yeah,
the
it
Yeah.
wasn't
While
that
we're
good.
talking about
No.
horror movies real quick, I want to say something. Okay, I've seen a lot of people talking about Get Out as one of their like favorite horror movies.
Wait, is Get
of
Out
this year.
Is that the one about
With
the
the black
black
guy?
guy?
The black
I want
guy
to see
was
that. I haven't
captured.
seen it yet.
Okay, I just want to say I thought that movie was not good.
I
It
thought
was-
it was
I-
okay.
I did
It
not
was
like it.
it was 100% okay.
Yeah, it
movie.
was an
it was
okay
definitely
movie.
worth watching.
But
Yeah,
I think
right.
it is
From-
so overrated.
I actually
From a
thought it was
horror-
more of it like
I
funny
thought it was
movie,
worse
the,
than it.
the like the sit in the person kind of guy that was
Yeah.
just making all the funny jokes.
Well, a
Completely
comedian
nailed that movie.
directed it. The guy's a comedian.
Oh,
But
really?
the
What was
great
the-
thing about that movie, and it's not a good horror movie. It's a
I did
great
not like it as a
suspense
horror movie.
movie.
Yeah,
It's
it
good.
is.
It's good.
It's a
It
good
gets
suspense
you
movie.
on the edge of your seat. It's a thriller.
Literally.
It's not scary though.
What
Yeah.
was the one movie with the blind
It
guy?
is a
Was
little
it Don't
creepy
Blink
though.
or Don't Breathe?
Don't breathe. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
Breathe was another.
It was
good,
a- it was a-
it was more
suspense-
scary, but it was more. It was.
I
Also
will
a
say
suspense
I
movie
went to
for
the
me.
movies with my ex-girlfriend and my mom, and it was a very awkward scene whenever the old man was chained up in the basement.
You
It
got
was
turkey
very
basted?
weird.
Like
Yeah,
I'm not
when
saying
he got turkey basted.
Get Out is
Yeah,
a bad
turkey
movie.
based by
I'm just
cum,
saying I
dude.
don't think it's an amazing movie. I thought, I mean, it was a good suspense movie and it told a interesting story, but some of the scenes were just like felt like weird.
And it wasn't even like a big racial movie, and that's how people were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it,
was-
as
it
if
was
it was
funny.
because in the current political climate, if you talk about race, it's super edgy. You know, wow, they're talking
Yeah.
about race in this movie, but that's really not what that movie was about. The
It-
fact
yeah, it
that
really
it was
wasn't.
the fact that they were like looking for black guys was really not a big deal. It wasn't crucial to the plot. It was just thrown in there.
And black
as-
girls.
It was just
Gosh.
thrown in
I
there.
thought the race thing was
to-
more of like it played more to the humor than the like, oh, they're
Yeah.
seeking out black guys.
Yeah,
It was more like
I think it was
awkward
great. It
racial
served its
humor.
purpose in the movie, but it could have been taken.
All
out.
right,
The
all right.
movie
We're
would've
gonna
still
we're gonna get to
functioned.
my movies
what's
because
your
none of
favorite?
you
Yeah,
have
that's
said
fair.
these
What
movies
are,
at all.
your favorite movies?
So like, I
Connor?
know that you guys like this movie, the Hobbit trilogy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
Samuel
Oh,
L.
yeah.
Jackson.
Pulp
Samuel L.
Fiction.
Jackson is a great actor,
Quentin
and
Tarantino,
like
great director.
I don't know, like
He also made
Everything that I've seen from Quentin Tarantino,
I want to say. I
Yeah,
forgot
sometimes
the name.
they're
It
too
had
slow.
Mr. Pink in it.
like the
Oh,
Hateful
Reservoir
Eight or
Dogs.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good
Reservoir
movie.
Dogs.
That's a good movie.
I agree.
Inglorious Bastards.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's your favorite one of the Hobbit trilogy?
The second one because
Why?
it had the most dragon time, all right, and the dragon was freaking badass. He was
I-
what was it, like Benedict Cumberbatch that did the thing or whatever?
Yeah,
he was
his
the,
Voice,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
yeah, he did like
somber.
great.
He did
on
really
that
good.
shit.
That's probably my favorite like animated dragon in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I think that the
it
dragon was
just feels
good,
real.
but I did not like the Hobbit series because
you didn't like it at all. Like
It
you
took
had.
What's wrong
it
with
took
you?
a film.
I thought it was better than
it
Lord of the
took
Rings.
a plot that could be one movie and stretched
didn't
it
think it was
into
better than
three
Lord of the
for
Rings.
no reason.
It
There
was
was a
not
lot
better.
of
That,
senseless.
I agree with you. I thought
A
the
lot
first
of
one was
senseless
good. I thought it could have
action.
been brought down to 2 movies.
It definitely pandered to a Transformer style audience where it was
It
just
did.
senseless action, stupid stuff. It broke the plot up way too much.
and the
and
second one
added
was all
stuff
the
I
cool
didn't
elf
like.
stuff.
Yeah.
Elves.
I liked
Our-
the first one because it had a lot of really good character development and it was pretty funny. It more
First-
like developed the plot, and I feel like they should have just brought it down to 2 movies and then have the second one. They like kill the dragon, all that stuff. Have the war at the end. I didn't think it had to be 3
I
movies.
kind of feel like
agree.
it's possible that they
Well,
made
they
it
just
3
separate
movies
it with
just
the
so they
different
could
stuff.
Just make more money.
oof.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Make
Not really.
the-
The second one was
pretty much.
the
Kinda
second one
make
was
the
more about the
scenes-
dragon.
Yeah, like make the scenes about the dragon and the war more
Separated.
about their own movie and be
Yeah.
able to have more screen
That's
time
what they
with
did.
them instead of shortening them by like.
Well, what
20
I
minutes
think,
or
Unless if
whatever.
I
I'm
think that they
completely
added
wrong.
a bunch of stupid
might.
crap to stretch it out to 3 movies, and if they had taken all that out, they could have easily made it a 2-movie thing and done exactly the sort of
agree.
solid character development, story arc, bring in the
That had
army.
been long ass movies.
Give
I
it
also
give
I
it
didn't
plenty
like the
of dragon
transition from like the first one was all about we're getting the dragon, we're getting back the Arkenstone, all that stuff, and then it went straight from got the Arkenstone, guy goes crazy, war happens. I just didn't like. I didn't think it transitioned smoothly.
No.
I think Connor can agree with me on this. My favorite scene in the entire Hobbit trilogy was the
Guy in the barrel.
third
No, that was
the worst.
third episode whenever
Yeah.
the giant
The barrel was
ogre
the worst.
Just
busts. He just
Yeah.
headbutts the wall. Me and Connor,
yeah.
me and Connor couldn't stop
Oh,
laughing.
yeah.
at
that was
the
the
that
end.
was
whole
good.
purpose
That
of that
was-
man's life,
me
or the
and-
goblin's life. Just
me
to
and Connor
headbutt
were-
that fucking wall over.
Me and Connor were sitting in the theater and it happened and we just couldn't stop laughing. It was the
It
best
was a
part.
very
I liked,
fun
uh,
scene.
I wanted more screen time with Thorin in the Arkenstone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because in the
yeah.
books that was a big focus point, and I really liked it. Fantastic character. But
Well, it did
they-
show him like go crazy and stuff.
Yeah, it showed him go crazy, but it didn't like really.
Didn't go very in depth in it. Yeah.
because
was-
you knew he was already.
It was
gonna
just
go
sort
crazy.
of, okay, we're here, we did it. There's
And
the
then we killed the
Arkenstone.
dragon.
I'm
The third one, they
crazy.
just killed the dragon right at the beginning.
Whoa, dude, spoilers.
I really liked the scene where they with the
Sorry, dude.
golden dragon where they like covered him in gold and he flew off and it was all Goldblum.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
end. of the
it had a
second
lot
one.
of really cool scenes.
that.
Yeah.
I would like to ask
thought
you
they
a
were good
question
movies,
over
but
there,
not as good
Patrick.
as
How
one
the
was.
hell do you not like the barrel scene?
The barrel scene is exactly what I'm talking about.
It was funny.
It was
Stupid,
funny.
It was-
pointless, absurd action that doesn't serve the plot in any way and wastes about 15 minutes of screen time
That was
for
not
no
15
reason.
minutes.
It was
Okay.
Did you
Also,
laugh?
But
literally-
sometimes badass
It
action is
literally
great.
It is
served
so
an
long.
important part of the plot. It showed them breaking out of the place that they were trapped in.
No.
Did you,
Yeah.
Patrick?
And
And it showed them
Legolas-
working together well.
Okay, if
Legolas
they just-
standing on two barrels, going down the river and shooting a bunch of orcs.
Hey, that was
them
badass,
jumping.
though.
No,
what
no,
I'm
it was
talking
them
about
jumping
is
the
fat
shark.
guy get in the barrel, rolling on people, popping up with
popping
two
out and
axes,
smacking people with those
popping the
axes.
fuck
Hell
off,
yeah.
dude.
I cannot
love
understand how you
Patrick,
people
did you
can
laugh?
discuss those scenes.
Did you
and
laugh?
Not. I
You
thought
laughed,
That they
I
were
know you did.
I thought that
I
they
saw
were
'em laugh.
fun, but totally pointless while they were happening. And
No, that's
after
the type
watching
of-
the movie and thinking about it, I really realized that they were
That's
so
the type of
stupid.
enjoyable scenes that it
That
flowed
wastes
really,
time. No, I don't like
No,
it.
okay, because you knew what was going on with the plot, and then it gave you some like good comedy to go with it. I liked it.
All right, just
I don't
sorry,
think-
Whenever you
think a
read the
movie
books,
is
those
for,
are the scenes that you enjoy.
if not to waste time.
I think movies are for
Entertainment.
telling a story and getting you to think.
Okay, Connor said entertainment. What is
Fair
entertainment
enough.
designed to do?
I mean, I guess waste your time, but waste your time in a good way.
Yeah, it's in a fun way. Don't take waste in a negative light, but it is designed to waste your time.
And the
So-
barrel scene does that.
I
No,
disagree.
it's not designed to waste your time.
Yeah, it's
Not
Cinema.
waste.
I mean, okay, time
Cinema is meant
enjoyed
to get
isn't
you
wasted,
thinking.
but it's still designed to just use up time
No, it's
in a way that
but
makes
in
you
a
happy,
trilogy,
yes,
you
but-
can only name one bad thing.
No, it's not specifically designed to use up time. I think just because it uses up time doesn't mean it's designed to use up time. It's designed to make you enjoy
The
have
time, yes,
entertainment
yes.
from what you're watching, not just use it. If it was designed just to use up time, then every movie would be like 4 hours long.
Right, okay, it's not designed to just be long. It's designed to use your time in a way that you enjoy.
To make you enjoy
Yeah.
what you're doing.
I mean, it also
Yeah.
showed that Legolas was like super
So the
badass.
the faster it can
Yeah.
make 3 hours go by, the better, basically.
What? No.
Because
No.
the
You want
more-
a movie
the
to
more you
last as
enjoy
long
it,
as possible.
the more
No,
you enjoy
the
it, faster
entertainment
it
from the
seems to go.
movie has no correlation to how long it lasts, unless if it
No, a
gets
boring
dragged
fucking
out.
movie feels like it takes 3 days.
Yeah, really boring movie.
Really boring movies are.
I will
But that's
say
because they're really boring.
they do.
Yeah, so like you get a
I've
movie
had the
that's
best
entertaining,
naps
it's gonna
watching a
feel like
really
it's
boring
faster.
movie.
Like Avatar?
Okay, yeah,
like
obviously it's gonna
Avatar.
go faster.
Not the blue monkey people,
No,
but
The Last Airbender. I had a really good nap during that movie.
My analogy for what I like in a movie is in my idea. Okay, whoops, I knocked that. It's like a dinner, a meal that you order. Okay, the plot is the main course. It's like the steak, the burger, whatever you get. The character development is the seasoning that goes on that makes you like really whenever you bite into that steak, you like it. And then the action and comedy and explosions and anything like that is all the sides and toppings that go on it.
That's all the stuff that you pick off the salad.
It's like the mashed potatoes, the fucking
Okay.
sweet potato, whatever.
good
Yeah.
shit.
I don't
The
have
good
an
dudes.
analogy, but what I
That was a really good analogy, by
That
the way.
was.
Thank you, Matthew.
that was good.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Because
Look,
Thank
here's
him for-
I don't have an
I'm really
analogy,
hungry
but here's
now,
what
so
I'm looking
thanks.
for in a movie. If it's horror, I want to either be scared
Piss
or
my pants.
I want to shit myself.
I either want to be scared or to be able to get enjoyment from it in a comedic sense.
For me, if it's a
So-
horror movie, in the middle
so
of it,
when
I
I-
want to not want to finish the movie because I'm like,
Yeah.
don't want to know what
Yeah, I like
happens.
closing
Yeah.
my eyes.
I
and
wanna,
shit
like,
that.
Yeah, that's
Not
a
want
that's
to,
a
but be
solid
forced
horror
to because
movie.
I have like I
Yes.
just
Now
have to know
the other
what
side of
happens.
horror for me is like when I watch Saw, because I guess I'm just a sadistic fuck. I can find it funny and enjoying in a totally different way. I'm not scared at
I'm
all by
calling the
Saw.
Different kind of
police.
horror movies,
My
though.
favorite
Yeah,
movie site
so,
is Live Leaks.
so that's what I'm looking for with horror movies. The other type of movie that I'm looking for is something that by the end of it, I'm thinking about the characters, the
Why isn't
world,
Silence of the Lambs
the
one of your favorite
plot.
movies?
What?
Why isn't Silence of the Lambs one of your favorite movies?
Oh
It
shit, that
is.
was a good movie.
It is.
I really like
That was
Silence of
really
the
good
Lambs,
It
yeah.
is.
Well,
It's just not one
going
that I was thinking
to
of
go back
immediately.
to the horror movies, I want to be as scared as Connor was watching a movie where he became constipated.
Oh yeah, The Hills Have Eyes. The
Yeah,
guy came out of the porta potty, dude. That shit fucked with me when I was a kid.
He's been constipated for about 7 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I thought someone was gonna like fucking
So you
dangling me, dude.
So yeah,
Dang-
I'm either looking for
I
a
don't ever
good
want to get
think,
I didn't
dangling.
wanna get
a good
dangling.
thinker, or some sort of enjoyment in either being scared or finding it funny. That's why I also like comedies. I just can't name any off the top of my head.
Oh yeah,
The
I
Interview,
like
Also-
comedies, but
Dictator, those two.
I don't put
I gave
comedies
those
on
two movies.
top
That
of it.
great.
Those are more of just
Uh,
like I'm bored and want something.
Yeah,
to fill
those
time.
The,
are filler
that's true.
movies. I want
Um,
action and like fantasy type stuff when it's like, ooh, good movie.
Just lost my thought.
Now talking about the horror movies.
It's all right. I'll pass it over.
I don't necessarily think scared is a really good term, I guess, at least in my books, because they don't really scare me in like a prolonged sense.
Here's what I was gonna say.
But,
Just give me a
suspense.
second.
Shut the fuck up, Brad.
Hold on.
Suspense
In your
is what I
thought
go
now.
for in
This
horror
goes
movies.
with also if I can look at a movie and appreciate it from the craft perspective, from the art form of
If it
cinema.
looks good.
If it looks good, if it was composed well, if everything,
The
if
cinematography.
cinematography, if the story was told in an intelligent way that got you engaged, I could just appreciate a movie even if I didn't really like it for being a well-made movie. So that's one more thing that I
That's
like.
why great directors are great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They
why.
can turn an okay movie into fantastic just by the way they.
Yeah,
Just by the way they
that's
do it,
why.
yeah.
Like in my opinion, The Shining is a not so good book, but it is a fucking amazing movie.
Well, yeah.
So that's
Like
a good
everyone would
example.
agree with you.
That's my example. The Shining as a book, it's a lot different than the movie, but it's a lot less engaging to me. Same
read
thing
it?
with stuff like It. I thought It 2017 and the one from like the 80s were really good pieces of film, but less good as a book. I think that the directors for those two bits did a better job with the story.
I'm
than the
usually not
writer
a fan
did.
of books in general, but that's because I can't read. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's change the subject on to what do you think makes a good movie?
I'm back.
Thought we were just talking.
Well, like I know, but like, what's the key thing?
Okay.
Like, what do you want?
If I can go back to my analogy, unless if somebody else wants to say
you can
something.
go.
Okay. Like with what I said with the mill, you buy it for the main course, which is the plot, in my opinion. I think the plot is the most important thing in the movie. It should intrigue you. Like you should feel pulled into the plot.
Is that why you don't like Transformers?
That is kind of why I don't like Transformers. The plot just isn't really developed
Okay, so you're saying
well.
like
and
you
made
should
well.
feel invested.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
whenever I watch a movie, I should want to finish it so that I know how the story ends. Like, if I'm watching a Transformers movie, I don't care
Yeah.
to just in the movie halfway through. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's why when we were watching the
that's why I
original
like
Texas
Mis-
Chainsaw Massacre,
Mystery
that
horrors.
bitch was just running around half the movie screaming. She could fucking die, and I didn't care.
Mystery horrors are a good example of that. They really hook you in, and you want
Yeah.
to know
So like
more.
Saw 2,
Oh,
Saw 2.
something I
a cure,
think
a
about
cure
plots.
for a cure for wellness.
That's a
Shutter
really good
Island.
A
movie.
Cure for Wellness was like, I
That's
don't
a
know.
really
That
good
just,
Those are
movie.
movies that are like they're scary in a way that's like
It
you
was
just
just weird.
don't want to be that guy, and also interesting enough that you're like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, for plots, I think plots should have really easy themes to understand and get behind, like the basic good versus evil for pretty much any superhero story.
Yeah, I was
line
going
or
to say
something like
any
that.
superhero
But
movie.
after the theme, it should get really intricate
Complicated.
and require a lot of like thinking. Not necessarily thinking, but like you should have to invest your mind into it, because that's what's invest you is you thinking about the plot, thinking about what's going to happen, how it's going to go. Like big twist happens that like makes you go wow, like
Ooh,
shock.
what a twist.
How's the characters gonna react to the things happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I think plot twists should develop the character. Like, whenever something important happens in the plot, I think that should be directly correlated to the characters that are involved. So if there's a big twist, you should see that developed through the characters as well. That should affect the characters.
Right. So like not just have a plot twist, just to have a plot twist.
Yeah, not just have. Okay, for instance, I saw
Looking at you,
Justice
M.
League
Night
recently.
Shyamalan.
Justice League recently.
I was about
yeah, but
to
what's
say
that one horror movie they
There
just came out
was-
with? Those grandparents weren't the
Give me some
grandparents.
of that.
That
Oh,
shit
yeah,
was
that
Oh,
Visit.
that was.
What was it
that
called?
The Visit.
yeah.
The
Visit was
Visit.
really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Now that shit was great at the end.
Yeah.
That great plot twist.
Yeah.
But a bad version of what you're saying was when fucking Carrie Fisher turned into fucking Superman in the last shot. No one even gave
Yeah.
a shit.
Yeah.
Like they were just like,
She
oh,
should've
well,
just
she's
died.
fine now. She
Yeah.
just was
Yeah.
in space.
The
and
thing
now
about
she's
The
okay.
Visit, that movie was mediocre all the way up until the twist.
Yeah.
And then for me,
And
it was
then-
a great movie.
Yeah, and then
Right.
after that,
I remember I was
fantastic movie.
watching it and I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
That
Yeah.
when that
Any-
happened,
yeah,
when they're
you-
like, "That's not your grandparents." Inside, you like felt you're
Yeah.
like that was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, The
shot
Visit was a
in
really good
horror.
movie.
You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Like the
Yeah,
entire
that
movie, you're
was a
just like, oh
solid,
man,
just
these
gut-wrencher.
grandparents have some really
they're
weird,
just
sick of
weird,
humor.
right.
Yeah.
Like, get in the oven and clean it for me, honey. And it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, we're
He's
not
got a
actually your
fucking Depends
grandparents.
diaper of a
In
mountain
my
size
opinion,
and
an
shit.
example of a bad one, it doesn't even have to be a plot twist, just a major plot point. For instance, in Justice League, there was a big fight that was supposed to be, it was like in the middle of the movie, and the big fight happened, and you knew it was a big plot point because it showed them like doing all their stuff and fighting, but it actually didn't do anything for the characters at all. It was just there. It was just like,
But it
okay.
looked cool,
Yeah, it
right?
looked like
It did
I
look
don't like
cool.
that.
That's the
it's
only
just-
reason I liked it is because it looked cool.
It looked really cool.
If it feels pointless, then
It is
like when it
pointless.
happens, you're like,
That's right.
well, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Then you've wasted your time. That's a bad.
Even though you know that's an important part of the plot, it's
Yeah.
showing the progression of the plot.
I think a lot
It's
of
still like,
a
oh,
lot of
okay,
directors don't
whatever.
really know how to use that. They're just like, oh, kids are gonna like a big fight scene,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but people
And
that
we
actually,
do.
Kids
but
also
actually,
love porgs.
but
But
Hard
M.
to
Night
express
Shyamalan in like the
that.
90s was like so good at plot twists and kind of
Mhm.
fell off, and then did The Visit, and he's like kind of back into it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
kind of
yeah.
that shit's
Um,
good.
yeah,
What I'm really looking for in a movie is the mood and the feeling you get from it. It's sort of abstract and hard to quantify, but
Kind of like
if
the
you
vibe it gives you.
yeah,
That's
if
the
you're
feeling I
just
have for music.
if you're just
Yeah.
I feel like that same way about music. If you're watching a movie and you're just feeling in the
Yeah.
movie,
uh,
it's doing its job.
Well,
I
that's
will
kinda
say
like what I'm
that-
talking about. Like when you're watching a movie and you forget that you're watching the movie. Like you take
Yeah.
you like take a second
Yeah.
back and you're like,
Jesus.
oh wait a second,
What
and
the
then you like
I
see
have-
the rest of the surroundings around the screen. You're like,
Yeah,
right,
I wanna
there's a
I
wall
wanna
there.
expand
forgot
on what
about
I
that.
can
Patrick
watch a
was saying.
shitty horror movie and be really invested just because I'm feeling the vibe.
I want
the
to
movie.
expand on what Patrick was saying. This isn't about a movie, but whenever we've all seen Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Nope, I have not.
You haven't? Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm not
Okay.
gonna watch
Well,
it.
there's one
Spoiler.
scene. There's a scene when Jonathan is he takes.
Oh, I actually haven't seen it.
Has
Sorry.
the
Spoiler alerts, by the way.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry, but he has the pictures, and they're all going to confront him. I paused the show because I was like, I was cringing inside. I was just like, ooh, why? Why is this about to happen?
Yeah.
Why?
And it's like whenever a show or a movie can like actually make you feel like sick to your stomach because
Oh,
you know he messed up. You're
Right.
just like, oh.
What's
it's-
the
it's
movie
so
where
good.
And some
they
horror
go
movies do
back
that
in
wrong.
time
Do you mean Steve?
and like control the time?
Yeah, Jonathan.
And he was
no,
on-
yeah,
Oh,
Jonathan.
Steve
he
had
was at the
Jonathan's
wall.
pictures?
Yeah, he had the camera
And the
because
girl was like,
that
"Things
one
I want to
girl.
do before I die: kiss someone I'm really close to." And he just looks at her and goes, "Yep." I cringed. I was like,
Yeah, what is that movie? What is it?
I don't remember.
Project Almanac or
Yeah,
something?
Project
Yeah,
Almanac.
that was a good movie.
That's a good
that
movie.
was a good movie. That was one of those scenes where I like. It was
Yeah.
it was a good scene, but
It was
it just made you cringe.
Because
inside.
everyone knows that feeling as a
Everyone
guy.
knew.
You're like,
Yeah.
You're like, man, I get you, but
You just
Yeah.
go, yep.
poor guy.
When you can taste the cringe.
Taste. the
I've never-
cringe.
I've-
What
just
does
taste
cringe
it.
taste
Yeah,
like?
what does it
Describe
taste
it.
like? I'm
It's
sorry,
bad.
I don't
Tastes
live
like
your
salt?
life.
It tastes like cringe.
No, that's semen.
I know.
Oh,
But like
this
I
is
don't-
now
when
demonetized.
it's coming from the TV and it's
It was
just that
demonetized a
bad,
while ago.
you can like sense it. That's
But
What are you looking for in a movie, Brad?
I just want to forget.
I'm
that
looking for a
watching
long-term
a movie, to be
relationship.
honest.
Why?
I want someone who can
Brad
have
is
my
the
kids.
definition of I just want to turn my brain off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if I
fucking
like sometimes I want to watch a
disappointing.
movie for like a good engaging thought exercise, right? And then you got to find like some good solid movies for that. But most of the time when I'm watching a movie, I'm like, I just want to go to bed in 2 hours, but not yet.
There's something wrong
I
with you.
have actually done that. I laid down and I was like, I don't want to go sleep yet. I'm gonna watch a movie.
I don't like to do
Yeah,
that.
I,
want
do
something-
that.
I
I
want
do
something-
that, but I will most of the time, unless I fall asleep at the beginning of the movie, I will finish that movie just to know.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
whenever I do
that's
that,
true.
I never pick a movie. Like I was gonna watch Rogue One, but I actually wanted to watch it.
It's a great movie.
So I watched some like 2-star horror movie.
Yeah.
And then went to sleep. I'll save good movies for when I actually want to watch a movie.
I remember there was a really good horror movie we were watching, but it was like 5 a.m. and we found a scene that we were like, okay, the movie should end here, but we know
Oh
it's
yeah, and then the internet crapped out.
it keeps lasting for an hour. No, our cat.
Oh yeah,
jumps
yeah, it was the
on
cat.
the space bar of the computer and
Oh,
paused
yeah.
the movie, and we were all
It
like,
was Life.
okay,
It was Life. The
Yeah,
new
it was
Alien movie.
Life.
Yeah.
it was a recent horror movie, and we
we
all
all
just
just
looked
said-
at each other. It was 5 in the morning. We really wanted to see the end, but it was at a good spot to pause.
What
It
was
was, it was,
because-
it was
yeah.
when the alien floated off the
Yeah,
spaceship. and
this
was gonna
alien
die.
floated off a spaceship and was going to die in space, and we were like, okay, the movie ended there. We're
Yeah.
never touching that
There was
again.
another 40 minutes where the alien
Yeah.
would come back and some more shit would happen, but we all just
We were
agreed.
just like,
We
nope,
just- we still
we're
haven't
going to
seen
it.
sleep.
Yeah.
No,
We
we
finished
watched
it.
it.
We
We finished it the
later.
next day.
Yeah.
Did we?
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert: he falls
I don't
down to
remember.
Earth with the shuttle.
Yeah, he falls.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
And then we
I
were, and
forgot
then we
about
and then we
that.
talked about how like what the next movie could be because it could be
Yeah.
similar because it's not
Yeah.
in space anymore. So it
Right.
pretty much has to be a fucking Godzilla movie because it
Yeah.
gets bigger every time
Yeah.
it eats someone.
Yeah,
Uh,
that
I
was
want
actually a pretty good
a
movie.
movie
I think
to
it
do
had a
one
better
of
ending
two
when the
things.
alien just died.
Yeah, I do too.
Speaking of a movie that
Oh,
you
never
thought
mind.
would have a really good ending but really didn't was what was the movie we were watching, Connor? Last Shift.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she got shot and it was just
a
like
good horror movie, shitty ending.
yeah, it had such a good like it could have ended where she just got shot.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, here comes the cult leaders. It's just like, oh wait, they were dead. They've been dead. Why are they here?
It reminds me of a
I
lot
don't
of
remember what it
shows.
was, but there was this one movie we were watching where we were like, yeah, that's a solid movie. And then it ended, and all of us unanimously were just like, that is the worst fucking ending I've ever seen. I hate this movie now.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't
Like, M.
either.
Night
But I
Shyamalan.
know what you're talking about.
That's why
Yeah.
his plot twists they get you involved even when the movie's about to end.
No. Okay.
Something for with
making
endings
sure.
that piss me off. Ex Machina endings where they just like take away powers and leave it at that. That shit pisses me off, dude.
What about Ex Machina the movies? You know?
I have seen a little bit of it.
Is
Yeah.
that the one with the robot chick?
Yeah, the robot
Yeah.
chick.
Really good movie.
You
It
think
is
that was really good?
I enjoyed it.
I have not
But-
seen it.
Literally, okay, kind of a spoiler. Okay, definitely a spoiler. I'm just gonna tell you the end.
But it's old enough so where you should
Yeah,
have seen
yeah, you
it.
should
Yeah.
fucking go watch that movie.
Very
Uh,
beautiful.
I've watched
movie.
the like,
is a
first
beautiful movie.
half and the last quarter,
Literally,
so I missed the.
it's about
between
it's about
there.
this movie how this guy built the robot,
Yeah.
and then made it superhuman like,
Mm-hmm.
and then that robot escaped, killed everyone there, and is just living in the normal world as a robot, but no one knows.
Yep. Really
Like
good
they don't know
movie.
it's a robot.
They
or
don't know.
he
They think
killed
it's a
everything?
human.
It's
because
so-
it looks just like a human.
It's so
Yeah.
realistic that they don't know the
Yeah,
difference.
basically he was keeping them as fuck slaves. And,
Literally, that's
Yep.
what he was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
For
he
lack
just
of a
wanted to
better
keep
term,
them
yes.
robots,
No,
but
literally,
he made
sex
them
slaves.
so human that there was like ethical dilemmas. That's the kind of movie that gets me thinking, and that's why I really
Yeah,
like it.
literally the robots inside themselves were having like dilemmas like, why am I like this and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So then the robot just killed everyone in that area and
Yeah.
lived in like New York or something.
Any type of stupid hacks ending where they like do something to either trap the person or take away their power or something like that. It's just really quick. For instance, the most recent Fantastic Four movie, where they just like kind of went through the portal, I think, and trapped Doctor Doom, or just like beat him really quick with something stupid. I hate those types of endings.
And
so like all superhero movies.
to go
A lot
back
of
on
superhero
to
movies,
go back
yeah.
on what Connor said with the moral
Like
dilemma,
Justice League.
to bring that to a modern standpoint in Rick and Morty, whenever the Butterbot was told that his entire purpose was to serve butter,
Yeah, he's like,
and how he got so sad. That is what a moral dilemma is.
Yeah, that's what happened at Ex Machina. Just
Yeah.
that robot killed everyone.
Yeah, and it wasn't
Did you
serving
see-
butter.
it, was, it definitely it was serving up some goods.
It should have been something.
Yeah.
Back to what we want a movie to do. I want a movie to do one of two things. I want it to either make me like think
what
about,
about rom-coms?
myself and my morals, like rethink
Shut up.
stuff like that. So intense moral dilemma movies that make me think about myself, and then
every
I
Disney
wanted either to
movie?
do that or I wanted to have such a
How'd you
good
know?
story that I feel like invested into the characters and story that it creates. So the Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, stuff like that.
Game of Thrones.
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones
Things
is
that make you,
not a
like,
movie, but it's pretty solid.
Just
It's a great
if
show.
I could just sit here and like fantasize, okay, that sounds weird, about stuff that happens in that universe, you know,
Yeah.
like think about Jon Snow, man, just fucking people up.
You just think about Jon Snow.
Yeah,
fucking?
just think about Jon Snow fucking Daenerys.
Yeah.
What?
What?
If it builds a world, yeah,
What?
high fantasy stuff. That
Literally,
can
Game
build
of
a
Thrones
world
builds
that
a
you
world
can
up.
get invested in and think
Game of
about.
Thrones built a world.
Think about things that could happen.
Ooh.
Like, doesn't even have to be related to the movies. Just things that could happen. Like,
Yeah.
imagine yourself in the world doing cool shit.
On
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
like,
So
I
none
really
of you like romantic comedies because none of
Some
these
of 'em.
movie
No.
criterias lead to
I
that.
like-
Unless you're talking about like
I like Hitch.
No.
like making yourself feel something wrong.
I like
Hitch.
comedies and
That's
stuff
funny.
like that. They just don't enter my top.
What was the other one?
Since
The
they don't fill those
Notebook?
categories, they just don't
That
enter my
one?
top.
That's fair.
So-
Yeah, I can watch a comedy movie, bust a gut, and have a good time. But
Bust a nut.
bust a
No,
gut,
He said a gut.
Let's
What
go.
do you mean?
laughing really hard, your
Laughing
your,
really
your
hard.
chest
I
hurts.
just wanted to say bust a nut.
Yeah. Anyways, I can watch those, but I'm never gonna like, and then I can rewatch them a year later and laugh again. But I'm
Yeah.
not ever gonna like think about the movie or really care about it, except say like if we're talking about funny movies to watch with some
Dumb and
friends. Then
Yeah.
I'll remember that movie that was funny.
I busted
That's-
a big gut to 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh no.
Alrighty there.
Well, on that note,
Joking.
but no, a movie. I like for me. I want the movie like okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I like the movie to have like super great like camera stuff.
So cinematography.
Well,
Cinematography.
not just cinematography, just like
The whole package, though. You
Yeah.
got to get the
Like,
right
okay,
music,
cinematography.
everything.
yeah, okay.
Lighting,
It has
all
to
of it.
it has to have great cinematography, but I'm also like effects, like back.
So that's why the Hobbits and Lord of the Rings are great.
Yes.
Because like in Greenland,
Yeah.
it's freaking beautiful. And
That's
it's so
why I
shot
thought
great
The
and
Last
nice and
Jedi
whatever.
was better
yeah.
than
Oh yeah, I
what
love
most of us thought,
the I
because it got
love
really good
I
cinematography.
love
Yeah.
the Last Jedi and
Rogue One has
still
good cinematography too.
Yeah, it has
favorite
really good
scene in the Last Jedi is whenever hyperspeed into the
Into
other
the ship. I love
it was
that.
so
It was
really
good.
And the bold choice to literally have no
no,
sound.
yeah, no, it
Oh,
was
quick,
so good. I was just
quick
sitting.
comedy bit about that. In some theaters, they had to post a warning because some people are stupid enough that when they saw that, they went quiet. They were like, why's the sound stopped working?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
wrong with your theater?
No, but I remember
That's
sitting
sad.
there and like
People
the
are
lead up
stupid.
to it, I was just like, oh man, this is so stupid. Why didn't she do? Oh,
Yeah.
She could have done that earlier.
yeah. I
She could've
mean,
done that
she
way
could have. She
that
could have done
gets
that
back
about.
to, like, the plot
But I
issues.
watched a movie
Yeah,
theater.
oh, yeah.
It was a packed movie theater at a big movie theater, and it was like the next day after it came out. So I mean, a lot of people came to see it still. Literally, no one said anything during that scene.
No,
Yeah,
no,
same.
same at ours.
Same.
It was a powerful.
But the other thing that I really like about
Hey,
movies, I
Howard,
like the movie to be
It
so
touched me
good
personally.
that after the movie ends, I think about when I'm going to rewatch it. I did that with the first
Okay,
Hobbit.
on that note, do you guys like to rewatch movies?
Yes.
I do like to rewatch.
I
movies.
love rewatching.
I have rewatched The
I do too.
Hobbit like 12 times. I love it
I
so
know-
First
much.
time I saw
Um,
Clockwork Orange, I rewatched it like right after. I just watched
Wow.
it twice in a row.
What the hell?
I can't do that, but
My-
I know what he's talking about.
My most rewatched movie is probably The Dark Knight and Count. of
Oh
Monte
yeah, dude! I
Cristo.
rewatched The Dark Knight like 10 times, literally just to watch each of the characters. Like,
I've rewatched
It's
Frozen.
I
the
literally
best
just
Batman movie.
pay attention to Joker.
And I
I've
love
done it like
the-
3 times.
I
'cause
love
it's
the
so great.
Batman. I love the Joker. And it's the only
Yeah.
movie that really portrays him. I love
Yeah.
that.
And also,
movie.
what is it like? The next Batman movie
Uh,
after that, Bane was also in there.
Some-
Yeah, Bane was good.
Because
lot-
it's
all
that
of the
one
Dark
actor
Knights
that's
were
like one of the
Dark
best
Knight.
actors ever.
Returns or Rises.
Tom Hardy.
A lot
Tom
of
Hardy. He's one
a
of the
lot
best.
of movies.
Christopher
Everybody
Nolan
always
did great
forgets
on
the
those.
first one was Scarecrow.
And
Yeah.
Dunkirk.
Batman
That's
Begins.
okay.
Yeah.
Or Batman Begins or
Yeah, but it's
Returns.
just not
Which
as
one is it?
good
I forgot which
as-
one it is.
Fucking
But
Yeah,
no,
that was the one with
Joker.
Scarecrow.
another thing about
Yeah, he
movies.
makes
and
cameos
it's-
in all of them.
another movie should make you rewatch it so you can
Interruptible.
catch things that you didn't see like the first time around.
Yeah. I
The only
like movies
problem
like
with that kind of stuff is like M. Night Shyamalan kind of movies. It's kind of
don't
hard to
talk
rewatch
about
it
him.
because I mean, unless you
Yeah.
want to just
If
want to
you-
rewatch it again just
Ooh.
to
If you
realize
if you already
like,
know the
foreshadowing
ending,
things.
it makes it a little bit harder to rewatch those movies.
With some movies,
Yeah, I know a lot of people who can't rewatch movies because they already know all the twists and all.
But
that,
there's
what's
some
gonna
stuff
happen, but
where-
I don't even movies that like the big hitters like the twist at the end and even
big
knowing it, I can still watch those movies
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Well,
I
sometimes-
rewatch them again just to see the foreshadowing up to that point
Yeah,
that I've never
sometimes.
seen before.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sometimes
after
I
you
like
know
that.
the twist, you'll watch it again and catch stuff that like you'll only understand when you know the twist. That's
Right.
great.
Yeah, I
Like-
love foreshadowing.
Like just
Love it.
yesterday, a girl we know wanted to watch Gerald's game. Jessica wanted
Yeah.
to watch Gerald's game to see the like
The
things
ending.
leading up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the ending.
Speaking
Man, I
of
caught some
M. Night
things.
Shyamalan,
The
He
Witch. That's another one.
he
of
is
my favorite movies.
making
Just popped into my
he's
head.
making the rest of the
That's the one with
avatars.
the lamb.
The
The goat
Last
thing, they
Airbenders.
like-
Really?
Yeah,
M.
it's
Night
horrible.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yes.
and they're
Did y'all hear
making
that?
more.
What?
M. Night Shyamalan is making the rest of that Airbender Avatar movies.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That could be so good.
he's
At
start-
the end, he fucking
No,
nuts
you-
in another woman.
you know he
I don't even know.
What?
Well, he's got.
That's-
no one
was the
expects
fucking
that shit, dude.
Stupidest.
No one would
I
expect that.
mastered
I
nut.
really like how they frame the shot. Like if a scene's got a Dutch
Bloodman would be
angle,
cool.
I'm
I really like
always
how they
just
framed
yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
It's got a Dutch angle. If they go really wide, stuff like when in horror movies or high action scenes where they skip frames to
Yeah.
make it. I like little technical details like that.
Don't choke and die, man.
Yeah.
Connor, what do you
But,
look for in a movie?
What do I look for in a movie?
You just hit the mad dash.
Something that bothers me a lot in movies that doesn't bother a lot of other people is when they shoot it with a Cinemax camera or whatever.
cinnamon.
A cinema? No. But the
Ask-
like the really expensive camera.
Directed towards me, I know it's the Red Epics, the Red series of cameras.
I don't know if that's right, but like it literally makes the screen go. Whoop, it like
Yeah,
cuts
yeah.
the screen in half, so
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
really like HD
Oh,
shot.
okay,
that
well-
just makes me mad. Like,
Well, no, that's a lot of cinema, like cinematography type of stuff.
yeah,
It
I
will
don't like that in
condense the
movies.
screen.
When like it's doing that. So Transformers movie did that. The new King Kong movie did that a lot. The new Godzilla.
I
movie
like
did it a
old
lot.
movies.
Do you mean
I have
when
not
they
seen
zoom
the new
out a
King
lot,
Kong
or
yet.
what are you talking about?
No, he's talking about the
So
black
literally,
bars.
like the
16
black,
by
like the
9.
whole movie shot in full
Oh,
screen,
yeah,
and then when they
okay.
shoot it with a specific camera, it goes like.
Well,
into the
sometimes
wall
that's
black
not
bars.
like it.
Well, it's
They're
because
just
they're made for certain TVs.
they.
No, it's
no,
literally that camera.
Yeah, no,
It's
they.
during action
It,
scenes.
w-
Like
it
if you're
will
watching
do
New
that.
King Kong, it
It
does that.
is a trick for cinematography. It makes everything. It compresses
everything
everything,
It
so
can
it
make
makes
things
it
more
super.
action-y,
It makes
too.
it really.
Yeah, it's for
crisp.
action scenes.
and it's
like Michael Bay
for
uses
action,
it a lot.
yeah.
Bothers me.
I
But-
like old movies in 4:3. Just saying.
Like the old Godzilla movie.
Yeah,
Brad
like,
mentioned
uh,
zooming out.
square shots.
That's something I love in movies. Like
Oh yeah,
you-
like
dude,
yeah.
fucking Horton here's a who, man. You zoom
Yeah.
out of the dust speck.
Yeah.
That was
high-
way more severe with zooming out than I was thinking of. But
High
yeah, that's
quality
pretty
stuff.
juicy.
Where it like zooms out and you see the whole scene, you're like, oh my.
But that leads me to like cinematography. Like I love all that shit. But unless
Yeah.
they do it like stupid times, or
Yeah.
like the characters are just zooming in on their face for no reason, that makes me mad. And
Ooh,
that makes me
yeah.
not like the movie.
Well,
but like when the
sometimes-
characters are like,
Is it
my
called
mom
Zolly?
just died.
Yeah, I
and they
was
zoom in on
about
his
to
face.
say
It's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Zollies are great.
Zollies, they can be used like during
What's
like
a zolly?
it's whenever you move the camera out, but you zoom in on their face, so the outside gets bigger
Yeah.
but like you still stay focused on their face. It's
Like,
really
moving
good.
on a dolly. While
It's really,
changing the zoom
it's
in.
really,
Yeah.
it's really good for like suspense. Like whenever like he walks in, he sees his wife's dead, and then like they pull it out but keep it.
Yeah, that's
zoomed
the,
in on
that's
his
the,
face.
that's that good shit,
A
dude.
good
Yeah, it's
example
good.
is
That good kush.
in the hypnosis scene of Get Out, where that's like the cover scene where you see him like crying
Right.
and stuff.
Mhm.
They,
Yeah.
they did that. That was a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
really good cinematography.
Get Out. Man, I'd never
Okay,
understood
fine.
the scene.
What scene?
Of the black guy runs at the. Okay, I'm just saying black guy. I don't know their names. The black guy runs at the main character like as fast as he can, and
yeah,
he
it's
just
'cause
goes
he was-
right.
Oh yeah, the
It's 'cause he's
meme.
brainwashed to run around the thing.
Yeah, I know.
No, he
I
was just exercising. He just liked that body and liked that he could run around.
I understand that was supposed to be like a weird scene. I don't
That's
know.
what he was
That was a
doing.
weird.
It was like
scene.
an awkward,
Yeah.
weird,
That's-
suspenseful scene. But later he does say, "I'm sorry, I was just exercising."
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
that's
It's just,
the
it's
whenever I
just the
think of
old
Get Out,
guy.
that's the first scene I think of is just
But
the guy running at you and then like moving. I was
the,
like,
the twist at
what?
the end that I actually didn't like about that movie, I guess no one went into depths about it, was they literally switched brains.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
that's
was the
true.
grandma acting? They never really explained it. Was the
I have
grandma
no
acting like the black guy so no one would notice, or was the grandma
at the end
half
of
of the black guy with a completely different brain?
at
like, it
the
was
end
kinda
of
dumb.
where he
Didn't you,
called
like,
the cops and
transfuse
his
your
black
brain
friend hopped
into
out.
that
I
one?
love
So
They
that.
it's
literally
like
just
both,
they
right?
literally it was literally like what they were explaining was you would take your old body and replace your brain with another new black person's brain because they're more physically fit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Well-
they were still acting like the old person.
There's like
Sometimes.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like there's traces of the old person trapped in it. You remember how he
Yeah,
goes
but
to the
why?
dark place? That's the old person is still in that
Yeah, but
dark
how?
place
Yeah.
because their
yeah.
whole
Oh,
because
it's
your
'cause they're
whole
not-
brain doesn't
okay.
get transferred.
Yeah, they're not transferring the
Ah.
brain; they're transferring the memories.
No,
and
they
there's
do
a little
transfer
bit
the
of
whole
a
brain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they transfer
There's
the whole
a
brain.
they have a
Well,
whole
then that doesn't
a
make
little
they
bit
have
of
the
a
whole
thinker.
brain transplant scene.
Well, hey,
Well,
hey, this
yeah.
hey, this actually gets into a kind, if you want to overanalyze it, kind of a serious like soul body dichotomy thing where their soul's still attached to the body, but it's just not, it doesn't have the brain, it doesn't have control.
I actually have a really good theory. I have not seen the movie, so I have no clue what you guys are talking about. So
What's your theory?
That's your theory?
no, my theory is
Oh. Gotcha.
maybe I don't know actually. Maybe their conscious is switched.
Nope.
Okay.
I think
Again,
that it was
never
supposed to be
seen
like
the movie.
the soul is still there, so it can come back through
Okay.
in waves, and that's why.
With
when
like
you-
flashes, remember?
Yeah,
they
with
put
the
this, like,
flash.
yeah,
Dude,
camera
what if
flash.
it's muscle memory and it's not even their consciousness trying to fight back?
yeah,
I don't
Okay,
think
why
muscle
would their
memory-
muscle memory be fighting back a soul
I
of
don't
something
think,
that's
muscle
never
memory
No, it
works
wouldn't. It would
that
just
way.
be like it would do things from
it's
memory.
it's a non-scientific
I
principle
don't
to
know.
be able to. Brain
Oh, I picked
swap,
up a
so
cup once.
Yeah.
If you're in that fictional thing where you can do that, you
Oh,
can just
muscle
say,
memory.
yeah,
Just
whatever
because we're
it is,
talking
yeah.
about this, when we were talking about if you talk about a movie, it makes it good, does not make this okay movie any better. I'm just
Yep.
pointing that out.
I think
Like
thought
I said
it was
before, I didn't think it was a bad movie.
People are saying it's the best
I did
horror
not
movie of
think-
last year.
not
It wasn't
the
even
best by
scary.
far,
Okay.
It was
but
weird.
It
was weird.
Was
Movies
better
in
than
general.
It was
aren't
better than that,
scary.
and I didn't even think. I thought it was good,
I thought it was good.
but I didn't think it was like what people were saying.
I thought it was really good and Get Out was good.
I thought it was like a decently good movie,
Right.
but for a horror movie, it was like that was
Well,
a good horror movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good horror movie.
it had-
It
it
was
had a lot
just weird.
That had a got a good cinematography scenes, like where he's like running at him all weird, and like in the basement he's just coming out of the water slowly.
Yeah.
like that. That's,
And then
that's
you
good.
saw him walk, and you were like, never
With a
mind.
balloon, yeah,
On
with a
that-
balloon scene.
On
He's
the
got the-
topic
yeah,
The
of
sewer scene,
yeah.
they
best
really
movie.
cast a good actor.
Oh, but when he dances, remember when she first comes?
Yeah, Jordan. No one was.
That was
Yeah,
not
I know.
horror.
I'll-
that
I'll
was
get it
funny.
out
Yeah,
later.
that was just being goofy.
What was that, Jordan?
what
Sorry.
was your favorite movie of 2017?
Me or anyone?
Anyone? It's an open question.
That's a hard one.
There's a
It's
lot of
hard
good
because I don't-
movies.
I don't even remember all.
I don't.
the
Yeah, I don't
movies
even
Ooh,
remember
I
the
like-
movies that came out this year.
I like
haven't-
Thor Ragnarok.
watched.
That was one
many
of the
new
better
movies
Mar-
recently.
I haven't been able to see it yet. Every time I've tried to stream,
That was
it
one of
didn't work.
my favorite or better Marvel movies.
You
that
mean
I've seen.
legally watched it at the movie theaters?
Yeah, I mean,
You can legally
What?
stream things.
What?
yeah.
Hey,
but
yeah,
we pay for
I'm
it.
joking.
That
I mean,
can
yeah, it
remember,
hasn't come on Netflix yet. That's why I can't watch
yeah,
it.
duh.
That I can actually think of off the top of my head. My favorite superhero movie was Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That was
That
good.
was
Really?
pretty good.
That was
pretty
good.
Wow.
I
I actually didn't think it was. As
I
good
didn't
as the
think it was
first
as
one.
Oh
good as the
no,
first
it
one.
was not as good as the
It
first
was
one.
my
but it
favorite
was
saying
okay.
it's
horror
the
movie.
Oh no.
Of this
Uh,
year? Are you talking about this year?
Yeah, of
Oh,
this year.
okay,
of this
okay,
year.
I thought Thor Ragnarok was better than that.
Not
Yeah.
for I'm not talking about. I'm talking categories here.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
super.
Thor Ragnarok is a superhero movie.
It's
No,
better.
He said it for a Thor movie though.
No, it for horror.
Yeah,
that,
I
don't
agree
know
with
why I
that.
said Thor. I
It
meant
for
to say
horror. Okay, superhero movie. Was there any other superhero movies than I
Wonder
can't-
Woman.
Oh, Wonder Woman was really fucking
Yeah, but
good.
was it better than Thor Ragnarok?
I haven't
No.
seen Thor Ragnarok.
No, Wonder Woman was not better than Thor Ragnarok.
But you know why I like
Thor
Wonder
Ragnarok was the best.
I'm not a big feminist guy, so Wonder Woman didn't get my Jimmy's winning a ruffle or
Patrick,
whatever.
I can.
Yeah.
but
I
I
can
like
name
World War
it.
II because
The
it
new
was
one-
set in World War II, and
I don't-
that shit
the
is
new
badass.
Wonder Woman movie about the background of the person who made it with having 2 wives and all that stuff. I think that's going to be a good movie.
I don't
not out
know.
yet, is it?
Patrick
Nope.
could have answered this because he ranted about it for about an hour to me once. Your favorite movie that came out this year was Blade Runner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049.
I have
That's
not
my
seen
favorite
that.
movie
I-
overall, for sure.
Yeah, I
Have
was-
not seen
Overall
it
this
either.
year, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
I have not seen many movies this year at all.
I've seen a lot of movies this year.
Blade Runner
I've movies-
2049.
I really,
I watched
uh,
it twice in
I really did
theaters.
bad on
I
my
would've
movie
watched it a
watching
third
this
time.
year.
It was fantastic.
2016 was the year for movies, man. I watched a
Research
lot of movies.
2017 movies.
That's
I
a-
already
that's
got
a good idea.
already got it pulled up. He wasn't doing his job.
Yeah, just list off a few. That
One of
Well,
my
like, if we
favorites.
gotta look them up though. Do
right
they
now
really
I'm
count?
thinking
Yeah,
Dunkirk.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
came out.
It's
Dunkirk
hard to
came out.
Yeah, I know
remember every
Dunkirk. But I'm
movie
saying
you
that's like
watched.
maybe the best movie
Yeah.
I've seen this year is Dunkirk.
I really like La La Land. I don't know if any of y'all watched it.
No.
I want
I
to
have
see
not
that.
seen it.
I tried
Um,
to
I
talk.
literally
let's
never
see.
wanted to see that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
okay.
I tried to talk you into going one
It
time.
was good.
And you were like, never talk to me about
I haven't
that
seen
again.
Baby Driver.
probably
but
would
think
do-
Matthew said
Baby
that was
Driver
was a good movie.
was a I would say it was a
Was-
fantastic
I
movie.
Was
thought-
it better
yeah.
than John Wick 2?
I thought it was better than Dunkirk. I haven't seen John Wick 2 either.
I love John Wick, but Baby Driver
Baby Driver
might
was
be better than John
Oh, yeah,
Wick.
the best
Spider-Man.
movie I've seen this year.
Spider-Man.
I
Homecoming
love
was a good
Spider-Man,
one.
but I don't.
Spider-Man was
Spider-Man's
better
my
than Thor
favorite
Ragnarok.
superhero, but I don't know if it was better than Thor Ragnarok.
Spider-Man was a solid.
Another
I like Spider-Man more
good
than Thor
movie
Ragnarok.
that came out this year that I liked just because I liked the old one was Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was good.
Was that this
I
year?
like the
Yeah, it was this year.
characters in.
It wasn't as good as
in
the
Guardians
lot
of the
people
Galaxy
didn't
it
like
was
more
not.
than the characters in Spider-Man, so that's why I give it. I'll stay there. But Spider-Man, if you're just looking at like main characters, I'd give that the best.
Do you have a list up, or are you gonna name off a few?
Yeah, I'm just going through
That-
like,
that we
naming the
haven't,
ones
like,
that you
named,
guys know.
obviously.
Didn't
Alien
one call,
Covenant
like-
was pretty good.
Didn't one
I
come
like
out?
Yeah, I didn't think it was better than Baby
Wasn't it
Driver.
called
I
like
think Alien Covenant was better than
Transporter?
Prometheus, but
like
still not as good
Transporting
as
2 or
Alien
something?
1.
There was a movie that came out. It was called. Brad, look it up. Was it like
No, okay, just keep listing
Transporting
off.
2?
Transporter.
All right, I'm
Transporter.
looking through them, and I have not
Okay.
seen a Transporter movie.
Okay. For some
Just
reason,
keep
that
listing off
movie
movies
just reminded
that we
me.
would probably know or have seen.
Oh, Lego Batman
that we
came out
haven't
this year.
listed.
I wasn't a big
My
fan
girlfriend
of
liked Lego Batman a
movies.
lot, but
I liked the Lego movie.
Didn't
yeah, I
watch
love
it.
Lego
Have you
movies.
seen? Have you
Brad
seen
doesn't like the Lego movies.
Yeah, Brad's
I
a
have
piece of
not.
shit.
I do
How?
not like Lego movies. I
How?
think it's
Why?
trash.
It distracts
They
you.
do exactly
No,
what
they
you
do
want.
not.
They
They're
waste
too-
time.
They're too,
They
like,
are great shot
They are
movies.
good
Every
movies.
one of them.
If you
They
say
made
the
me
game-
laugh.
the
Very
games
good
are
kids
good.
movies.
You better say the games.
Oh, the
are
Lego
good.
games are fantastic.
That's all I need to know.
But the movies are like just I don't know. they're-
Okay, keep listening.
If you haven't seen Baby Driver though,
good movie.
Baby Driver is good shots,
Oh, The Dark
and it's a
Tower
lot
is-
about music that
The
they do
Dark
perfectly well.
Tower. I read the Stephen King novel, and because of that, the movie sucked dick.
Yeah, I have not read it, and to me the movie
There
was
we go.
pretty good.
That's
I don't
my
want to see that
answer.
movie.
Haven't
Patrick,
seen it.
Have you
Don't
seen the
wanna
new
see
King
it.
Kong? I know you said you
I
were
have
going
not.
to.
I haven't either.
I wanted to.
The new, you haven't even seen the new King Kong?
Nope.
I've seen it like 3 times.
I haven't even
not.
seen the new Godzilla, and I really like Godzilla. So
What?
Oh,
that came out.
Jumanji was pretty good.
Haven't seen it yet.
Jumanji was funny.
Jumanji
movie was hilarious.
That might be.
That was a
That's
hilarious
definitely my
movie.
favorite comedy. of
It
this
wasn't
year.
a very like
It had-
Jumanji-y movie.
Yeah, it
like
was.
in
It
comparison
was in
to
a
the
fucking
first one,
jungle.
They were literally in Jumanji.
Yeah, I know, but like
How
in
more
comparison to the
Jumanji
first
can
one,
you
there
get?
was a very
And it's
big
hard
Yeah,
to compare
that's
the
fair.
first one
between
to
the
it because it has Robin Williams in it. One of the funniest guys
True,
ever.
true,
Yeah.
true. But I thought it was really
But it
good.
had The Rock in it, and The Rock is hilarious.
The Rock is hilarious, but Kevin Hart is literally a comedian.
Yeah,
Let's
he
see, we
is.
got Logan.
And so is Jack Black.
Hey,
Oh,
Logan was
Logan.
good.
Amazing.
Logan
I
it
didn't like
might be my
That's true.
favorite
I didn't like
one.
Logan
Okay.
as much as the other Wolverine movie, like the
I-
newer.
Okay.
Wolverine.
Name another Wolverine movie that was
Wolverine?
better than
And if
Logan.
you say
Oh,
Apocalypse,
if you
you're wrong.
say
Nothing.
Origins,
I liked Origins, even though they ruined Deadpool.
Okay,
Just pretend
guys.
that Deadpool isn't Deadpool.
Oh,
Guys,
Origins,
yeah.
this
it's a good movie.
this
They
has been
ruined-
Brad's last podcast. He will no longer be appearing.
no.
Get out.
Logan
was
was so good.
bad.
I
It was.
barely counted as a superhero movie.
Only thing that I didn't like about Logan.
If anyone knows, okay,
Spoiler alert.
actually, never mind.
Logan was like a drama with
He-
a couple superheroes.
If you liked Logan,
he died,
and
and
you
this made me
read
so
any
upset.
comic books, go back
Oh,
and
he
read
dies? Yeah.
Old Man Logan, one of the
Yeah.
greatest comic books ever written. Absolutely loved it. It's
Yeah.
about. It has the Hulk's baby in it, or like children. He has multiple
Yeah.
children. Hulk is like the ruler of the world, and he's an old ass
Yeah.
man. Logan's super old. It's really funny.
That
Yeah,
sounds
Great
no,
amazing.
thing. It's
Logan
super.
I'm
like,
glad you reminded me
gory
of
and
that. I
stuff like
forgot
that.
it came out
Great
this
comedy.
year.
Me too. Me too.
Logan was probably
was
one
last
of my
year.
favorite movies this year.
One of the
loved
reasons
it.
I
it's
forgot
up
it.
there.
I
Yeah.
saw it with my
It's great.
parents.
Definitely like top
And
5.
my
top
parents
three.
shit on that movie because they hated it for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Look,
thought it was a great movie.
I think
I
I think
think-
they didn't like it for the same reason that I said it wasn't as good.
It was. Though.
But
It was
I still
better.
thought it was
You're right. It was
fantastic.
better.
I thought it was the
the
best
origin-
X-Men movie.
Dude.
I
Ever.
thought,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
agree.
Origins
No.
was a really good movie too. So
I feel in my
I
old
just like
age.
Origins a little bit better.
In my old
In your
age.
old age of
Movie. Oh, I'm almost 20.
in your old age of almost 20.
Movies. I used to really love comedies. That used to be my favorite genre.
Yeah.
Then it turned into action. I'm really starting to get into that sentimental stuff, like with Logan. How the bond between
Right.
Yeah,
Logan. I just sit there and
Like,
it's like
with
that
him
is
and
the
his daughter,
cutest
I
thing.
loved it.
And like at the end
that
of the
shit was
movie,
good.
like
That was good.
I will not lie. I shed a tear.
I did not shed a
did
tear.
too.
I did. It was
And
so
whenever
sad.
But
It revealed-
she
Oh,
makes
if you
the
don't
cross
cry
an
during
X.
movies,
That
ooh, that's a good
Xavier
one.
was so
that
powerfully
so
was killing
good.
people, even though
Yeah, that was cool
like
too.
Xavier started everything to
Yeah.
save people, and then he's the one like killing them and starting the
Yeah.
extinction of.
Right.
It's
Man,
really
that shit
touching.
gets me.
It's really
No,
touching.
yeah,
And then
like-
he dies.
When you guys reach my age, it's a long way
I love
away.
how the first time
Real
they
long.
said it as a joke, but it came out like
Hey Jordan,
so
how old are you?
seriously.
He's 19. He's
I'm
almost
19.
Whenever
almost
I was
20.
your age, I was 24.
20. Wow.
Wow,
That's
that's
impressive.
impressive.
I'll have you know.
But
Wow.
no, like it seriously, like these type of those
Wow.
type of movies with a bond and stuff, like
Yeah.
they're just so good. I love those type of movies.
As a kid, I always loved just stupid action movies.
exactly, yeah.
And then
Ooh, like I Am Legend.
That was such a good movie.
He has a great bond with his
I
dog.
watched my first
Yeah.
R-rated horror movie when I was 9. I've always loved horror movies.
That was really random. All right,
He's
thank you.
gay.
Talking about movies you liked as a kid.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
Fair
we
enough.
got. We haven't really talked about this one because I don't know why we've kind of just avoided it. But
What?
the Star Wars movie, it was fucking
because
good.
it wasn't good.
I loved it.
Y'all all shit on that on the last podcast.
I loved it.
Yeah. I
loved
really
it.
liked it.
I didn't. I mean, it was. I
don't
enjoyed
think
watching
You
it.
explained why
I
you
don't
didn't
think we
like
really
it.
shit on
Yeah.
it. in the
All
last
of you
podcast. I think
said
we
that
kinda
the
just critiqued
porgs
it a
were
little bit.
stupid.
I think
I did not. I said
okay,
the porgs were
here's what I
fucking
think.
adorable.
Me and Patrick talked the most on that, and me and Patrick did shit on it because we didn't like it as much. The two people who liked it more than us and thought it was a good movie didn't talk as much. That's why it sounded like we shit on it.
I'm just
It's-
saying
it's
the
'cause y'all have a more
porgs.
different opinion than
The
most people, so it's better to
porgs
let you guys
were
talk about
so no, Brad. They have very similar opinions than a lot of people. A lot of them did not like the Last
it.
Jedi.
Dude, everybody other than them that I've talked to loved the movie.
We're just
Go
cynics.
online.
What movie are we talking
True.
about?
The Last Jedi. Brad said we've
was a
been
good movie.
pussyfooting around it. Okay, didn't actually say that.
That was a
But
good movie.
No, I said we've just been kind of like not talking
Avoiding
about
it.
it.
yeah, you didn't say
The
pussyfooting.
Last Jedi is not in my top 5 movies for the year, but it's in top 10.
It's
Yeah,
definitely,
definitely
in my,
top
like,
10.
top 8
Last
Star
Jedi is in my
Wars movies.
top 5 worst movies ever made. Okay, just kidding.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
It's like not. It might not even be the. I think Rogue One is better.
If you let me
Rogue
make
I
One.
really
a,
liked
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One.
if you
Rogue
let
One was
me
great 'cause
make
it had
a
my favorite
Patrick's
Darth Vader
cut
scene of all time.
of that Star Wars movie, I would like it a lot better. I
If
He would
cut
take out all the cute things.
What?
Just cut out Leia after like.
Yeah.
Okay, cut out the
The
entire
first time she
useless
should have
ass.
died.
Every scene with Rey in it can
It'd
go
be like
fuck
a-
itself.
It'd be an hour and
Okay.
15-minute movie if I cut it. That's
Wow.
how much I
Wow.
would cut.
Wow.
I would not take out the porgs.
I
I'd give
wouldn't-
them more time.
I would
The
not
porgs-
reduce
the
them.
porgs
I
are
would
great.
just.
You know
Hey,
what,
have
Patrick?
y'all been to a toy store recently?
Patrick,
You
whatever.
probably wouldn't
Yes.
even see Chewbacca.
There are so many
Patrick,
porgs.
whenever
so
I
many
become
porgs
a
and
famous
have
Only
Chewbacca.
reason-
He didn't
that was
do
the
anything
only
except
reason
react
they
It
to
works,
the
though.
porgs.
Whenever I become a famous movie maker, I'm making a Porg spinoff. Just to spite you.
damn right.
Oh, yeah. And you gotta make it live action. Get some
Yeah,
penguins and
I'll
paint them
actually,
orange.
I don't like porgs, but I'll be disappointed if they don't do like a porg cartoon spinoff. Just one episode.
porg with
like
BB-8?
20 minutes.
Super
Oh,
cute.
that would be cute.
A porg takes over BB-8.
Oh, like rides him on top. Come on.
No.
Come on. That
That'd
shit would
be
be
great.
adorable.
BB-8 's
That would-
stupid
That would be
too.
so adorable.
BB-8's not stupid.
Some more movies.
he's
If that
great.
ever comes out, we're making podcast
you-
just so that me and Patrick can
Are
shit on
you
it.
saying in the first one, whenever BB-8 gave him the thumbs up with the flame, that
Yeah,
was
what
the
were you thinking about
Wait,
cutest
that?
guys,
thing
I remember
ever.
what my favorite movie this year.
Wow.
Naruto, Boruto, the
Be quiet.
greatest movie ever made. Just saying, you know. Okay.
You don't have to name
Stop.
movies that you've seen, Brad, because I've probably seen.
We've probably seen a lot more movies. Than
Okay, fine then. I'll just go.
I go to
through
the
it.
movies a
I
lot.
mean, A Cure for Cure
for
Wellness.
Wellness
is in my top
Great
5.
movie. I loved it.
A top 5 of what?
Here, I found a
This year.
top 25s list. We can go through it. You can say what you think about the ones I go.
That's
through.
great. That's great idea.
Sound
Good
good?
job.
All right,
Good
good.
job, Brad.
So their number 25 is The Lure.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen
Haven't
it.
seen it.
Heard it
Okay,
was
if we
great,
don't
though.
know,
No
the
idea.
picture looks pretty freaky, so we should
Is it a
probably
horror
go
movie?
watch this later. Yeah, she's like sitting in a bathtub with like a tail.
Uh-oh.
So that reminds me of,
Oh, I need to see.
Wait, isn't that about like...
what's that happiness movie? It's like, fuck. I don't know.
I want-
some kind of experiment movie where like it looks
wanna
like the chick
see
from
Hunting a
Hellboy, or looks
Sacred
like the swimming guy from Hellboy, and like it's a deaf girl that falls in love with him. It's like the creature of the Blue Lagoon.
Does anyone know if there's a Death of the Salesman movie?
Who?
I don't
Death
know.
of a Salesman?
What's
Oh,
24,
yeah.
Brad?
Classic book.
I don't want to mispronounce it.
Let me see.
Ikarosa Vision.
Let me see.
I think I said that right.
All right, we don't know. Definitely don't
Okay,
know.
keep going.
You could have just said a
Okay,
vision.
just go
Just
to
turn
movie-
your- turn your
go to
laptop
movies
towards
that
us.
we
Okay.
know we've watched and stuff like that.
I haven't seen it.
Don't think
No.
you guys have seen Thelma.
Thelma? Haven't seen it.
Nope. City of
Connor
Ghosts.
might have seen City of Ghosts.
I have not.
No.
Nope,
Okay.
haven't either.
Alien Covenant was.
We
pretty
all
good.
seen that together.
Alien
Hey.
Covenant was good.
Ghost in
movie.
a Shell.
Alien
That was
Covenant-
disappointing.
Ghost in the Shell was disappointing. If anyone's seen
Alien
the
Covenant
anime,
was a great movie.
if anyone likes anime, I
Never
recommend
seen
watching
that.
Ghost in the Shell. It's like what, 13 episodes, 20
Nope.
something. I know it's short.
Hey, the
Oh,
movie
yeah,
Ghost
they
in
seen
the
Yeah.
Atomic Blonde, right?
That was a good movie.
Atomic
no.
Blonde.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
liked
Oh,
it.
It was
I
like a
liked
It
female
was just
James
an action. Yeah, it
I
was
like
like
Hey, Atomic Blonde, Baby Driver, and John Wick are like original action movies that just stand
Right.
alone
Yeah.
and are solid.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
love that.
John
That's
Wick is
why-
a better
Atomic-
Keanu
was
Reeves movie
Atomic
than
Blonde
Matrix is.
the one where she like
Tough sell, but also
About
front
the-
kicks somebody in the chest and they go down like a flight of stairs?
I don't
or
know.
something?
No, it's about the blonde that had her atom split.
Damn.
I don't
Oh,
think
y'all
you've
remember
seen
that
it, Brett.
fucking weird movie where it was
Yes, it was, Brett.
it was
I
a
think-
chick
I think
and
so.
she like became a
that scene
computer.
doesn't make any sense.
Lucy?
Yeah,
Lucy.
Lucy. That's not this year, but dude,
No.
that movie
Yeah,
was
It was a good movie.
That was a
Scarlett
good movie.
Johansson.
Lady
Haven't seen
Bird.
Lady
I
Bird.
haven't seen it.
solid.
Haven't
weird,
seen Lucky.
Think sci-fi.
Haven't seen Good Time.
Oh, there it is.
The
Yeah.
Killing of the Sacred Deer. We
Yeah,
wanted to
I
see
wanna
that
watch
movie.
that.
I
Yeah.
thought you said the killing of a salesman. I was like, I've never heard of that.
No, okay. The Death of a Salesman is a classic book made by, I should know the name of the author, but I don't. Yeah, it's about this like girl kills her husband to get money from him, etc. Et
Oh, okay. Okay. I got
but yeah,
you.
the hunting of a sacred deer, or the killing of a sacred deer looks good.
Nope, never seen that.
Wait, what was it?
Definitely haven't seen.
Was
Dawson City Frozen
Frozen
Time.
Time.
I don't even know. I think this list is what's this website?
Esquire.
I mean, we haven't
Esquire.
we
This
haven't
list
really
is
watched
probably not
that
that
many.
good.
movies.
I have watched a lot of movies, but
Fair
probably like
it won't
2017 movies.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll give it about 20 more minutes.
But I don't know what this is all about. I don't even know. The Lost. I've heard of that.
That
Yeah,
sounds cool. The
I've
name
heard
sounds
of
Isn't
it.
that the
pretty
movie with Shia
It's,
LaBeouf?
I
Or,
don't
The
think
Lost
so.
City
or is that
Z
or is
is
that
what
the
we're
dude that
talking
played
about
here?
right
I don't know. The dude
It
that played
sounds
Harry
like a
Potter?
sequel to World War Z.
Keep
It
going.
does.
World War
but
Z
I
is
don't
a
think
good
Okay,
it
are we
is.
in the top 10? Of
Yeah,
what-
we're
yeah.
top
This is
10.
9 was the Lost City of Z.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Um,
Oh, yeah, that was the,
Esquire.com though.
Wizard of Oz thing.
8
right?
is
Phantom Thread. I haven't seen that
I
either.
have not seen that one either.
7.
I feel like we're gonna be shit on by all these people who've seen these
Oh
movies.
no,
Yeah,
7 is.
Hey.
I've heard of that.
Hey.
Okja.
Okja.
Yeah.
That
looks
is
like
a
the most
movie-
retarded
Okja.
movie ever.
Have you
but
seen it?
I haven't. I'll give it a shot eventually, but it just looks
No.
stupid.
A lot of these
I don't-
movies.
Okay, what's
See,
I,
number
like
6?
this list
I
cannot be
don't
real.
feel at home in this
That's
world
6?
anymore. I have not heard of any of these. Are these like foreign movies?
I've heard of OK
I
Job.
don't think so.
Look up U.S. movies for bias.
Okay, keep going.
the fuck is this list?
Dunkirk.
Okay,
is
Dunkirk
number
is
three.
That was
number three.
good.
That was
That
a
was
good movie.
a really good
Dunkirk
movie.
deserves
Okay.
Is that respectable to be number 3?
I don't know about
Out of
number
all
3.
these movies,
Dunkirk
yes.
was
Out of all these movies, it should be
by
number
far one of
so
the
far.
greatest war remakes ever.
It's really
Also,
good.
One of.
story of
Uh-uh.
I would argue
Oh,
maybe the
boy.
best.
Uh-oh.
But
What's
Potentially.
Connor have to say?
Dude, Hacksaw Ridge is better than Dunkirk.
You're right. It was great
yeah,
movie.
okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, Dunkirk was pretty solid though because it gave you like a real
I'll say,
Dude,
real
this-
vibe.
I
of,
love
like,
the story
how
of Dunkirk.
loud
Have you seen
things were.
Hacksaw Ridge?
I have not seen Hacksaw
dude,
Ridge.
if Hacksaw Ridge wasn't
Literally-
based
Go
on
watch
a true
it.
story, I would hate that movie. But that shit actually
That
happened.
shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is
That
fucking
is-
Not
intense.
quite.
That
not
man
quite
is a
as
fucking
crazy.
legend.
Not
And at
quite
the
as
end of the
crazy as the
movie-
movie.
Okay, what
but
is
it
number 2?
actually
Number
happened.
2 is
Lady Macbeth.
I've heard of that. It's
Heard
directed
of
by
it.
that woman director that's like
What's
really
number 1?
respected.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Number
I'd
one.
have seen it.
Number
Number
1 is
Wormwood?
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
let's
know
go
any
ahead-
of these movies.
Well,
Let's
Yeah.
go ahead and wrap up our best movie
Yeah.
of 2017. List them off. Mine's Baby Driver and Logan. Those are probably my 2 favorite.
Yep.
Okay.
Patrick?
Blade Runner 2049 and
You don't have to list 2. I just did because
I can't
couldn't
even remember
choose
what-
one. So Blade Runner 2049.
You
is
literally
stands
told
out
me
the
that
most.
Blade Runner 2049 was one of the best movies you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
he did
Yes.
say that.
Okay.
it is. It's definitely
Brad,
amazing.
favorite movies of 2017?
That's
Like
true,
highlights.
'cause I still have a hard
Excuse
time
me.
remembering. I'm probably gonna say Alien Covenant,
Excuse me.
That's a stretch.
Spider-Man. I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, but I've got a feeling that would probably make the list. And
It's pretty
then
great.
probably Guardian of the Galaxy,
Okay.
Who?
and maybe
Yeah,
maybe
obviously.
Jumanji.
Logan
Really?
was definitely my favorite, and
Yeah.
I really liked
Oh yeah,
it.
Logan was
It
pretty
was
good.
really good.
Yeah. Connor?
Get out. Nah. I really liked Logan, as they said. I can't remember some of the movies that I've seen in the movie theaters, but some of them were great. Was Hacksaw Ridge 2016 or?
Yeah, that was
2016.
2016.
Damn.
Good movie though.
Okay, pretty much like all the superhero movies that came out this
So-
year are pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think we should get into what we think makes a movie bad because we spent 40
Okay.
minutes talking about what makes a
Okay.
movie good, what makes a movie bad. The number one thing that gets me for a bad movie
Fillers.
is long ass filler scenes. Yeah, that just have like
I disagree.
does not continue the plot at all. Doesn't develop the characters. Obviously they develop the characters that have them in it, but just worthless scenes. For instance, like I've already rambled on, all the scenes in The Last Jedi with Rey. That entire thing was dubbed completely useless.
No,
Completely useless.
I
The
disagree
entire
because
third-
I will agree.
I hate stuff like that.
Fillers can get like bad, but you can have tasteful fillers, like
Yeah.
a little bit of like a side conversation.
I
or
think it
something.
depends.
I've
Because
had my
just-
set of fillers with anime.
But I
Get
absolutely
that shit out of
the
me.
com-
I
Come
absolutely
on, man.
disagree.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
disagree because fillers can lead to
Why?
you get emotionally attached to the characters more. It leads to comic relief, cuteness relief.
The
that
reason
everyone likes besides
obviously
Patrick apparently.
fillers can be
No,
good, but
the reason
in
Matthew
general,
doesn't
I
like
think just get rid of
the
fillers.
You
reason
don't need
he
fillers that last more than
in a super
No.
30 minutes
in
of
a
the movie. That'd be
in a really
ridiculous.
really
Hey,
tense movie.
I can tell
like
you
filler
why
that
Matthew
breaks
does
up
not
the
like
tension.
fillers. Because his favorite anime had a 40 filler episode.
Okay, let me just tell you
Like,
something.
It just 40
Okay,
episodes.
Bleach, great show. Anybody wants to watch it? There's something called the Bount Arc. It is four fucking seasons long, almost an entire year, where the entire show is filler, has nothing to do with anything, never gets brought
We're
up
talking about
again.
movies, so episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Fuck
this
you.
this is
I'm just
painted
kidding.
his view.
We can
Look,
touch on
alright,
TV
fillers
in a
piss
bit.
me off anytime I see something that doesn't have to do with the main storyline. I just hate my life. Okay, screw fillers.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
wait,
fillers, I can agree.
What
if
makes
it's
a
in it-
movie bad to me? Sorry,
Yeah.
is bad character acting.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
if y'all
that's-
haven't
yeah.
if y'all haven't seen this movie, I think it came out this year. It's like Valerian, the city of
Valerian, the
thousand
It's on the- it's
planets
on
or
the
something
list.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. It is a great premise to a movie. It's very beautiful. It's shot with like millions of dollars of the production that goes into it. The two main actors just did not act very well in this fucking
Yeah,
movie.
I can
So
agree.
I literally paused halfway through the movie because I was watching Emma House and I was like, holy shit! Like this movie's beautiful, but like,
It blows
Yeah.
my mind that
what
you
the
can
fuck? I finished the movie. It
was
wasn't a
a-
bad
you
movie,
can
but it
take
was just
like
bad.
a
It has
low
Rihanna in
budget.
it, by the
You
way.
can take like a low budget movie that's got like what I'm thinking of right now is Sling Blade. Billy Bob
seen that
Thornton
movie.
wrote,
I like
directed,
mustard on
and
biscuits.
starred in that movie, and he
Sling
was
Blade.
such a good actor that he carried it on like a shoestring budget to make like quadruple.
classic.
Like
semi-
that one movie where
Like it was $1 million
It made a
budget.
classic movie.
don't remember
$1
saying he
million
was just
budget,
in a coffin.
$25 million
The entire movie was
gross.
just focused on him inside of a coffin underneath the ground,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Buried.
buried. Yep.
Yeah.
And I forgot it was Ryan Reynolds.
Uh,
One of the Ryans.
his acting literally carried the movie because it was just him.
Yeah.
No
In
flashbacks.
a coffin.
No flashbacks.
Underground the entire time.
Yeah. So that can lead to a great movie or a bad movie. That's why I think
Yep.
it can lead to a very, very bad movie. It's like you can tell when an actor's not into it. When an actor's not into it,
Okay.
Yeah.
like Suicide Squad.
But
when
for
actors
those
run in
jokes
it,
about
it's
it,
When
fucking
they
shit.
yeah
50
like Will
Shades of
Smith
Grey,
phoned it in.
Anastasia.
Yeah.
I thought she was a terrible actor.
Who?
50 Shades of Grey, Anastasia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
she's
yeah.
horrible.
I mean, that's
She's
already
useless.
a bad movie, but her acting was just so monotoned and.
I'll
Well,
tell you what makes a bad movie.
She's a
And
self-hit.
you
song, that's why.
y'all probably
pretty
like
much.
y'all know what ADR is? Additional dialogue recording.
Atomic diarrhea.
Yeah. That. No, it's where they after the movie's already done, they go back and redub lines. Some
Yeah, I know what you're
movies
talking about.
don't know
That's
how
just
to do
fillers.
it. No. They go back like say like something happened with like the recording through like like during
Yeah.
the movie, and they go back and re-record it.
Yeah.
There was one movie where it went from an outside noise. I don't know if they forgot to do it or anything, but it went from completely like birds chirping to dead silent studio quality like
that's not good.
recording. I was just sitting there like, oh,
How do you fuck up?
no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How do you take like a $3.6 million movie and do that?
Yeah.
That's
Forgot
My
what
least
movie it was.
what
That's a
I
good
think makes a really bad movie more than anything is having shitty characters, not just acting,
Like
but
development.
Yeah, bad
But-
characters will do it.
but
like a
if
bad
the-
character design,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If they
If the
don't develop
character,
characters,
if you
that-
don't
I
care
don't like
about,
that.
if you don't,
I think
if
that's
you
one
don't
of
care
the-
about or
that's
you
the
don't
second
relate
most important
to,
thing in a movie to me is character
yeah,
development.
and,
Yes.
and if the character doesn't go anywhere by the end of the movie, and you're the whole time you're just like, I want this fucker to die. That is the worst kind of movie.
Like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre to me.
In that movie, it's different, but pretty.
No, I really like
me,
that
there's a-
movie,
there's
so
a-
it's
There's
different.
kind of a few things. Like if it doesn't
catch my attention,
get me to like forget that I'm watching a movie, it's a pretty bad movie. And
Right.
for my standards, that's it's
Very
pretty
low.
easy
You
to
are
get
fucking
me
stupid.
to forget that I'm watching a movie, okay? But like The American was slow enough and boring enough, and there was no plot or anything engaging that one did it to me. So like,
It did it to me.
plots that aren't engaging or not really cool fight scenes or jokes or anything like that will do it. And then also like really repetitive things. Like if it does the exact same style of joke or the exact same style of action over and over and over and over again,
Predictability.
to the point that you see something, you're like, oh, I bet there's gonna be something funny, and this is how it's gonna be funny,
Right.
and then they do the exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets, it kind of pulls you out.
But I can almost prove that like mine that makes it worse, like a movie bad, is like pretty much the best one to make a movie bad because like
I don't know. Mine's pretty good.
because like Doctor Who, right?
Mhm.
There's so many bad like production value. There's everything
Oh,
looks horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all the characters are great.
yeah.
So
you're right.
everyone still goes back to
Yeah.
watch the show.
Doctor Who.
Another
I
really.
stopped watching because I thought it got worse with the like
Yeah.
new
New
Doctor. Yeah,
old
but-
man,
yeah.
and now it's a female.
One thing that I
Really?
think really
Yeah.
makes a bad
Or it's
movie
gonna be.
a bad movie is when it tries to force your view. Like you can't have like an open mind about it. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like no, he's bad and he's going to stay bad.
Yeah.
I don't care what you
But
say.
a good movie will force it onto you without you knowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like you think you have the freedom of like, oh, I think he's cool, and it's just like, oh yeah, everyone thinks he's cool. It's like, oh, well,
I think-
no.
If a movie doesn't have good plot and character development, I think it's just a bad movie. I'll go back to my analogy again. It's like if you order
It's like
a
a
meal of
sandwich.
food and there's no steak and no seasoning on the steak, no one's gonna buy a plate of mashed potatoes and green beans. Okay.
But
Right, or if
Fuck
there's,
that
just
shit.
if there's just a plate with mashed potatoes, green beans, and steak sauce, like
Yeah.
or if there's just a plate with steak. Steak by itself isn't that good.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Well, okay,
though. Like,
steak
I
by
like
itself,
steak,
if
but
it's seasoned
this doesn't
good-
go with the analogy.
But
It
if
doesn't.
it's
It's
seasoned
not
steak
the
is
best, but I would order a plate of steak with seasoning before I ordered a plate of mashed potatoes.
Right.
Well,
That's
I don't
true.
get mashed potatoes whenever I eat my steak,
shut
so
up.
I don't have to worry about
Why?
that.
Mashed
Yeah.
potatoes is
Dumb.
good.
Y'all want
Tastes
to
better,
wrap up
but-
with a couple minutes of television talk?
Yeah.
All right. So
Let's do it.
basically, everything we've said applies to television, but
Mine
what
doesn't.
what I feel is more important in television is the arc. So if the arc isn't if it ends shittily, then you've
That's
just
a great
wasted.
word.
Yeah,
I
shittily,
agree.
good word.
Shittily.
But if you
If it
say,
ends bad, yeah.
if you spend 7 episodes on an arc
Or
and
4
you're
seasons.
invested and some shit's going down and you can't wait to see the next episode, and then the 8th episode, last episode of the season, just cuts it off with no resolution,
Yeah.
and you have to wait a year to see the next season. It's sorry, I bumped the table.
Big boy.
Yeah, but if you get through the whole arc and it ends bad, then the whole thing was a waste of time, and I hate
Right.
that. But yeah, characters and all that matters a lot too.
So most of the other people are probably going to talk about live TV because that's what they like. I personally watch anime. For me,
Personally, I'm an
Because-
anime connoisseur.
shut the fuck up. For me, because a lot of animes can be like so long and stuff like that. Like there's 300, 500,000 episode animes like One Piece that I want every single character to just be. I want to know like I want them to be so developed, and I want it to give me the story, and I want it to make me be allowed to think however I want to. Be like, I agree with this person, I agree with the enemy, the whatever. Like for instance, in Naruto, anyone seen that? At the very end, there's
no one's seen that.
the idea that the person is
I
going
have
to put
seen
the
that.
entire world under illusion and make them live a good life and like give them the illusion that they're living a good life.
Matrix.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, like the Matrix, and it gives you a choice because it develops both of them. It makes it seem like both of them are doing what they believe in. Neither of them is just bad and evil, and it lets you decide. I agree with this person. I agree with that person, etc., etc. I don't know. I like stuff like that. I like them. Yeah, I think it's easier to develop characters with TV shows because it can be
right.
a lot longer.
That's
Yeah.
obvious because like
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is great. All the characters are developed. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
there's-
killed off a lot of the characters that weren't developed. And
There's about 20 arcs in that
right,
show.
right. It's great.
You
There's so many
never
different
get bored.
plots that you actually care about. I mean,
Yeah,
there might
and
be
you
one that you don't, but there's 5 other
and
that
you
you
don't
do.
get bored with just because it's not just.
And if you
Jon
do, they
Snow on
fucking
the
chop
wall
his head off.
for an
Yeah,
hour,
exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's just
Yeah.
like I think what they do is just like who didn't they like this season? Oh,
Let's go.
okay, goodbye.
Well, besides,
Except the first season.
yeah, yeah.
except the
Because
first
with
season.
long ass shows
They had to
with
figure
most
out
shows,
who they hated.
it's normally the characters that keep you invested, not
Absolutely.
the story.
Yeah,
like for instance,
exactly.
Doctor Who. There were a lot of
Yeah.
times where I didn't give a fuck about the story.
Yeah.
It was just I wanted to see the Doctor.
And Doctor Who had a lot of
Yeah.
filler episodes too.
It's so in my opinion, shows are more about the characters.
I want a
Right.
show, like, whenever I watch a show, I want the show, whenever the season ends, I want to literally hurt because I want to watch it more.
Yes.
I want
Yeah,
it
I
to
know
feel
the
like an
feeling.
end, though. I want to
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, but, like,
It's gotta feel like you just lost your best friend. For
yeah, exactly. Because
Game of Thrones,
It's
you've
gotta
lost
feel
it
like
for
you
a
just
fucking
beat
year
a
and a
really
half.
good video game.
Because whenever I was watching Game of Thrones, whenever it ended, I was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is great.
Right,
But
right
it-
at the end, the ice dragon and stuff.
it
Come on,
left
man.
it like, well, whenever they ended it, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna end here. Nope, we're just gonna show
Everything.
this guy riding this thing. I don't want to. I mean,
We've already said
Conversely,
spoilers, so
when
just say it.
when it's
Yeah.
when the
Spoiler,
show is
yeah.
done, I want it to be very soundly. I'm
Yes.
glad that they ended it. They ended it well.
but
Like Breaking Bad ended well.
I will
Yes.
say
Yeah.
this: Stranger Things. That was my favorite show this year. Like, I loved it.
Fair
It's
enough.
like everyone's favorite
Whenever the first season ended, I felt like I lost like
My
my
favorite show
my
this year was Game
hand.
of Thrones.
Like, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, actually,
It's
last
done.
year
I have to wait a
2018.
year.
All the years.
So, and it was just like, it's so
Game of
it's
Thrones
like
is definitely my top
it
3.
grabs you and like keeps your attention, and then when it's just like it just drops you. You're like, all right, see you in a year.
No, I think something important that we haven't really talked about. Both in movies-
Nudity.
Both, well, yeah, definitely.
I completely
Gotta get them
agree.
titties.
If there are some hot
If you're
titties in
watching a
there,
horror movie, it's
instantly
gotta-
best show ever.
If you're watching a horror movie, there's got to be nudity somewhere.
Wait, that is actually 100% true.
Like,
I agree with that.
I
It's
don't.
not
I
even-
totally
it's
don't agree.
It's not
What?
even that the nudity makes the movie.
Guys,
It's
this
just
is
that
the
nudity
first
means
time
it's
that I think
probably
everyone has
nudity.
ever agreed with Brad.
Okay,
No,
look,
I don't agree.
No.
Look, there's
you
a couple
don't?
things.
I thought
Okay,
y'all did.
If a
Like
show,
Clockwork Orange.
if
it's
a
kind of a horror
show
movie.
has the
I mean, actually, there
ability
is nudity, isn't
to
there?
show
Damn.
nudity and it's already targeted for an adult audience,
There's
It's
two.
there is
there-
no reason
just to
not to throw in boobs.
You can be scared.
just to
and
pop
not
back
see
to
boobs.
you talking about Clockwork Orange. There's 2 rapes in that movie. There's a lot of nudity.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, I've just seen it once.
Okay, well, my
I think
point
Game
with
of
it
Thrones
is,
could go without nudity.
If it's a show, if it's a show or a movie or something that has nudity, whether it's male nudity or female nudity, it's not the nudity that makes it great. It's the fact that the show has the ability to do whatever the fuck it wants because it's already crossed the line.
I like the
I
nudity.
like shows that are non-censored. You know, if they're
Yeah,
Right.
because
I
if
agree.
you're dealing with
Unless you're watching
hardcore
it-
Yeah,
themes,
well, that's what I'm
it's
saying. Like, if there's nudity,
Yeah.
you know it's probably not going to be
My
censored.
thing is,
Right.
it's fan service that for some people can make a really big difference. For like the people that like it, they can really enjoy the whatever it is. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying, you know, some people who watch Game of Thrones,
You
know
why they watched
they really like seeing some
they
tits.
really
like
They
Daenerys.
do.
I don't know.
They really like seeing boobs, and for those people, good on you. I'm not like that. And
I
for the
like-
people,
A
I like
horror
Game
movie
of
does not
Thrones
have
for
to have
the
tits to be good.
story.
and
Well,
for
no,
the
that's
people
true,
who
that's true,
don't
but
like the
usually-
boobs,
Silence of the Lambs.
they aren't there long enough, and they
Yeah,
aren't
sounds
enough of a
good.
focal point for them to start disliking the or the TV show or the movie or whatever it is. They're like, I don't know that many people that boobs pop up and they're just instantly, terrible movie. I hate
Yeah.
it. They just, if it's an adult audience,
It's
they just move on. They're
It's
like,
just like
okay,
a glancing
I didn't like
blow.
that. Whatever.
Like, okay, there were some tits. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the
Yeah.
people who don't like it, they're like, okay, whatever. And for
Yeah,
the
this
people
is
who do
America.
like it, they're like, woo.
So you guys want
I'm
to?
not entirely sure how this got to nudity because I was actually going to talk about lore, and somehow
Well, it got that way because the first thing you
nudity.
said was the tits mattered a lot.
I know that was one of them.
I
That
said
wasn't
nudity as a joke,
that
and they
way.
took it literally.
Are you telling me
Not
you don't
always,
like
but,
nudity, sir?
but most of the time. Like if you're
I mean, it's
picking a
not bad,
random,
but it doesn't
if you're
make a
picking a
movie.
random C-rate movie and you've got like a PG-13 C-rate movie and an R movie that has tits, you're gonna pick the R movie because it's also gonna have more blood
Yes.
and they're gonna
Yep.
say fuck a lot.
I don't know.
So it's not
And
really,
that's cool.
So
Pick
it's not-
the wall that says badass motherfucker on it.
exactly, but it's not like you're picking the movie for the nudity. It's just like the nudity comes with the package of being.
Brad, how many
Yeah.
times
An
have we
R-rated
said
movie.
what movie should we watch, and we pick a movie and say, does it have boobs?
Well, yeah, because if it doesn't, then they're not gonna cuss. And it's not.
Well,
We-
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
we
It's
watch
not like it
adult
changes how I
themed
pick the
movies.
movies, but,
Adult themed movies that have been watered down to be PG-13 are always worse.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
yeah. So
That's
you just
why-
avoid
It
it.
isn't the boobs
Yeah.
that make it. It's the fact that it's uncensored. They can do whatever they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could watch movies
Okay.
if it never had nudity. Like, I just like the movies. Like, but like,
And
Yeah,
again,
obviously
Lord.
same.
Again, we're talking
But-
about nudity. Back to lore, all right? TV shows and movies. I love having a long background that you can really get into. So, like the Lord of the Rings, the Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. You've got like a lot of information available about the world itself and about how it works.
Makes it more
if
believable.
So
a
even if
TV
it's
show or
not
movie
in-
can make a big fandom, it did its job. Like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
it has a huge
obviously.
fandom.
Yeah.
Harry
Star Wars,
Potter,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. They have like Star Wars started its own religion.
The Door
Yeah.
by
Like the Silmarillion. I haven't even
Forgot
read
his
the Silmarillion, but I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like I just love that it's there.
Oh,
like if I ever want to look into
yeah,
some of the background of
Cimmerillion,
different
they said they're gonna make a movie about that.
Oh,
But
really?
that's
That's
for
gonna be
Avatar: The Last
it's,
Airbender.
amazing.
it's been speculated, but
The
that
Ten
is all.
Commandments has a really
No.
good big book following.
Favorite shows.
really great.
This just throw out a couple of
read
your
the
favorite
Bible.
shows real quick. I really like Peaky Blinders right now. Fantastic
Loser.
period drama.
Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad,
Yes.
Doctor Who's like not bad. Avatar:
Yes.
The Last Airbender is
Yes.
definitely my favorite like cartoon I ever watched. Watched like 5 times. Pretty great.
Okay, so
King of the Hill.
I pretty much agree completely
Eh.
with Connor, and also King of the Hill. I'd probably say The Office is pretty good as far as the comedy is
The
concerned.
Office. Way.
For like a story, I really like Blacklist. That's a pretty good
It's
one.
not bad.
Merlin was good.
I just said
Merlin
I
was
actually
pretty
watch
good.
a lot more movies than I do series. So
Yeah. All
I've
right.
probably
Favorite
seen pop-
I
TV
mainly watch
shows
series.
popular.
is I like Game of Thrones, King of the Hill, Stranger Things, and
Oh yeah, Stranger Things was
What
good.
was
Avatar.
an Avatar.
Last
Avatar
Airbender.
is
The Last Airbender.
I've
Legend
seen
of
it.
Korra is great too.
I've seen it like 6 times, so I'm ahead of Connor.
don't know
I
if you are
don't
or
like
not.
Legend of Korra, and
We
I
might.
haven't even seen it.
Have a
You're a
podcast
loser.
on Avatar and or Game of Thrones here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey
Sounds
man.
good, sounds good.
Because we've all seen them, we all really like them, all know quite a bit.
They're all
have
great.
Some opinions.
All right. Matthew,
We good?
Favorite shows.
Favorite shows?
Now are we
Game of
excluding
Thrones.
anime? I was kind of
Naruto.
assuming we were assuming like
Okay.
excluding
Yeah.
anime.
I don't want to go full weeb here. Game
Deja
of
vu.
Thrones, I'll leave it at that. Breaking Bad was great. Okay,
We
on
good?
a serious note though, Code Geass,
Oh,
Dragon
shit, that
Ball.
was a good movie.
What
Game
a
of
weeb.
Ooh, Dragon Ball.
Death Note.
Yeah.
Weeb.
Code Geass was
Alright.
good. Death Note was
Well,
good.
If you have to sound like you're Japanese to say it.
All right. Well,
You're a
Bleach has
weeb.
been pretty good so far. I'm only like 20 some.
Bleach
I'm
30
just
great.
episodes.
I'm just kidding.
Bleach has a terrible ending.
okay. Well,
Go
that is
myself.
all the time we have for today.
It's a
So
good discussion about film.
Yeah, it's good.
we will.
Cinematography.
Oh yeah, it was
Lots of spoilers.
really good.
Cinnamon
You're
on
Really
top of
good.
me.
Really
As
good.
Cinnamon
always, if
all
you
the
watch
way.
our show without
Samuel
watching
Jackson's
exactly
great.
the movies that we've watched, you're gonna hate us.
Yep.
That's right.
So
or if you've seen movies that we listed earlier and haven't seen, you're gonna.
I'm
shit
gonna
on
go
us.
and
That's
say
okay.
this for any future shows that you'll
Yeah,
see.
spoiler alert.
Uh,
Always.
yeah.
We're not gonna say spoiler alerts for them because we will just
Yeah.
talk
I'm
about
a-
what
We'll
we
put it.
see.
We'll put it in the title.
I
of
might
the
put, I
video.
might
So
put it
if
in the
you
description
hear
at the very
name
bottom.
of a thing you haven't seen and don't want spoiled,
Yeah.
we'll try to.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, we'll
Just
try
hit the
to,
mute
but
button for about 30 seconds.
don't just assume that we're not gonna spoil stuff
Yeah,
because
we're
we will.
probably gonna spoil.
We'll
Yeah.
just mention large events that happen,
Yeah.
like the climax
Alright.
of movies and
Beast.
stuff
Well,
like that.
We'll see you guys
And
next
that
time.
concludes that episode.